And, all right, so we're live. So I tell you what,
we're just gonna start. Okay, stop talking about what we were just talking about. That's all secret.
That's all secret stuff. Don't talk about that again. Yeah, it's secret.
What the fuck are we talking about?
We always start on the fly, Brian. And you were on a roll, and I thought it was funny, so I thought I'd throw it out there.
That's fine. It's all right. It's okay.
Oh my God, we're on time too. Oh, this episode's off on a weird.
Wait a minute, we're on time, but we got a USPS employee, a representative of the USPS that is on time as well.
They can be on time, guys.
Oh my God, hell no! Turn the shit off. Let's start over.
We'll come back later.
Yep. Holler.
Yep.
No.
Get stranded in Indianapolis.
Who?
I said they can all get stranded in Indianapolis with my packages.
I tell you guys, I don't honestly. On a serious note, it does upset me sometimes, especially. Well, take for instance, this is what happened to these guys. My little shaman blades that I got in today were supposed to be in. What's today? Saturday. Supposed to be here Thursday. Let me tell you where they spent most of their time at, down in Florida, in Tallahassee and Jacksonville. I don't know why. It went from Jacksonville to Tallahassee, back to Jacksonville, back to Tallahassee, and then to me. And I'm like, what in the blue hell is going on? And it happens like that with these packages. But at one point, my blades were in Tallahassee for 12 minutes. And I said, that ain't right. Because there ain't no way in hell that a package is going to be at a processing center for 12 minutes, maybe 12 hours, but not 12 minutes. I said, something's going on. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know. I mean, it's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's my people, But yeah, crazy shit.
I wanted to talk to you about this, but I didn't want to beat you up about it. And I thought about an hour ago, I said, I'm not going to bring it up. But here we are.
Go ahead, man.
We're 2 minutes in, and we're on it. And you said it first, so now it's fair game.
Ooh,
yeah, it's funny.
I like your hair. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
I noticed that in certain parts of the country, it varies wildly. So I'll give you an example.
Okay.
If I have friends in the Detroit area that send me something, it's no less than 7 or 8 days to get it. So Detroit to Indianapolis is 286 miles. Okay. I made that drive a time or three. I know the distance. It's not that far, but it'll be 7 or 8 days. Tom's in Portland, Oregon, not close. And he'll get me something in 2.5 days, 3 days.
Usually it's 46 hours because usually it's to Jason before I actually sent it that same day. It's crazy. I don't know what it is. There's like a warp hole or something.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's what it sounds like anyway.
I'm sure it has to do with Tom's packages will always get on an airplane, and Detroit's may or may not get on an airplane, and then where are the distribution centers? And I understand that, but it is peculiar that also if I send something to Joseph Vero, it's no less than a week minimum.
Where's he live? He's
Central Florida.
Okay.
So, and it's all, I'm talking priority on all of it. So
right.
It's weird how there's certain zones that really work well together and zones that don't.
I know. Yeah. I have noticed that as well. I don't have really an answer as to why, but I have noticed that, and it's been like that for a couple of years. Yeah. And it's like, I'll see, and it's almost like guaranteed. It's like I'll send, let's say, Ryan Acevedo, who lives in California.
Yeah.
I'll send him something, and it usually takes, anywhere about. Well, actually, have I ever sent him something? Yeah, I have. I sent him something. Well, actually, I ordered something, but it didn't actually come from me. So shit, scratch that out. But anyway, anything to California usually takes about 2 days.
Here's two more examples that don't make sense. Smoky Mountain Knife Works is in a black hole. Their packages take at least an extra day, if not 2.
They're in North Carolina, right?
No, they're in Sevierville, Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
But they're in a black hole. Don't know why. But DLT Trading is north of the wall. They're way up there past the White Walkers. They're in the middle of nowhere in a little tiny town on the border with the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. That's where their store is. Right. And DLT is 36 hours from everywhere. Their packages are
DLT gets the stuff fast.
It doesn't make sense. So all of us in the knife community are kind of scratching our heads trying to figure out. What's the code?
Yeah,
it's kind of funny because people are asking, what's the fastest place that ships knives the fastest? Like, it's not the place that ships knives fastest. It's what place magically gets there the fastest.
Right.
Yeah. It's I'm trying to think. It's so you're talking about DLT being fast. River's Edge Cutlery, theirs was pretty fast at one time. But the last order that I had, it took a while for it to get here. And I'm thinking, I don't know what the hell's going on. But
I can tell you for sure that all these knife stores now, they drive their stuff to this postal sorting center by at 4 o'clock every day. They've all cut that off. Like they're not dropping it off at the mailbox, etc. They're not leaving it at the curb. They're driving it in at the end of the day because they know they want to get that advantage. And it's about as good as you can get. You can't get better than that.
No, I mean, we got our trucks. I mean, now granted, I live in a small town, but we've got our trucks usually come in to pick up the mail at like 3 o'clock, and then another one comes in at 4:30, and then another one comes in at about 2 o'clock. Then the other one comes in at 4, and the last one comes in at like 5. And they're picking up mail and driving off and stuff. And it's a small truck, but he drives from one town to the other town to the other town, and then he takes it just south of us in a town called Valdosta, and from there it goes to Jacksonville and Tallahassee, stuff like that, where it's on the bigger trucks. But if you like you said, if you catch that truck, it's bam on there and gone. So but if you just put it in the mailbox, it sits there and waits, and you got to always take that chance too that it might get stuck in that little chute thing. But these guys are shipping big stuff though, aren't they? I mean, like lots of packages. It's like not necessarily just like an envelope with a coin in it, and that's it.
Right.
They're sending a whole shitload of stuff. So yeah, it's better for them to do it that way, I would think.
Yeah, most knife stores are having to use a generic box because they can't. If they're not shipping priority, then they can't use priority boxes. That means they got to buy their own. So generally, this isn't going to fit in a slot, so they all get labeled and sent. But those require getting dropped off. Right
now, we're talking about shipping stuff and everything like that, and then tracking. We've all seen it. We go in and look at our tracking and stuff like that. We say, God dang, man, it's still here. It's still there. I mean, it's still at that one place. Still at that one place. But when things get delivered, that's sometimes people will, they'll send me messages and say, hey, man, can you check this thing out? I got the tracking number. I'll say, all right, hold on. So when I look at it on my phone or like anybody else, I'm using the same app or whatever that everybody else is using. But my supervisor, what they could do is that, what's the USPS is the best there. Best here. Oh, UPS loses everything. yeah. What can Brown do for you? Woo-hoo! But anyway, I can't say that. I got a good friend of mine. He's I went to school with him. He's a UPS driver. He's been doing it. He's been doing it so long. He's got his name on the side of his brown truck. That's right. Yep, sure enough. Not in big letters, but in little small letters right by the door. I said, "Damn, dude, you got your own truck?" He said, "This is my very own truck." I was like, that's some shit right there. You never see that? Yeah. I mean, I tear up. Matter of fact, I just broke the mirrors in mine yesterday. I'll tell you about that later.
Good.
But that was a long story. It's not a real long story. It's just it's before I broke my foot, or before I messed up my foot too.
Right.
19 years catches up with you quick, man. But anyway, back to the tracking number. I can take the tracking number, go to my supervisor. She can put it in her computer, and she can it'll bring up like a thing of Google Maps. So, like when you drop a pin, like you do a little pin drop, it'll put it exactly where that package was delivered. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. One guy, Eric Fisher, guy lives up in the Northwest. You may have seen him before, or you may have gotten with him before, Tom. Have you, Eric Fisher? No,
not familiar.
Not familiar. Yeah, but he lives around the. I think he lives around Olympia, Washington. But you're in Portland, so I dated a girl in Portland one time. That's another story. She was a bank loan accountant, or something like that, loan officer. Whew, she was wild. She stored tequila one time, put her head through a wall. But
hold on, who put her head through the wall?
She did, not me.
All right, I want to clarify.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. She snorted a tequila, and she was like, she dove at a friend of mine. He moved out of the way, and she went right by him, and it's just like a cartoon. It's like a cartoon, dude. She stuck her head went in the wall. She come out, and shit was just flying everywhere, man. I was like, damn, I got to get with that girl, and sure enough, we did. So yeah.
Well,
she's a passionate lover, Tom.
Let's take a moment and introduce the show, because we got
Yeah, welcome to FFIB, everybody. I'm Jason. That's Tom, and down here we are joined by the Mailman Down EDC. Finger flicked inbox is live.
Yeah, finger flicked in the bathroom, bedroom, basement. What? Not in the basement. You know, put the lotion in the basket and all that shit. So, but anyway, but yeah, here we are. So, if you guys have any questions or something, feel free to ask me.
Just interrupt the flow here. You know, Tom, you should probably sit back a little bit and show us what you're wearing.
Yes.
Everybody seems to want to talk about that.
Mm-hmm. You know what? That is the perfect size too. I thought it would be smaller. That's what she said. But yeah, that's the perfect size right there.
So House of Blanks is my favorite clothing company. They did everything for these hoodies. The owner hooked us up, and he did this layout of this, and I just trusted him. Like, he picked the thread, he picked where it's going to sit, and he made it 4 inches wide, which I was like, that's kind of big. 4 inches is huge.
Hold on a sec, Tom.
So I'm turning it down. Yeah, there you go. Sorry.
That's all right.
All right.
So yeah,
I'm new to technology.
I'm really happy with it. The embroidery looks great. It's nice and big and bright. These sweatshirts kick ass. I've been wearing mine since I got it. I got plenty of other non-branded ones, but it's fun wearing the patch, rocking this out in public, showing it off. No one knows what it is in public, but that's okay. What is going on with my camera? There we go.
No, I got you.
Yeah, these I've been packing nonstop for like 3 or 4 days. UPS, these came on UPS from Canada. 12 big boxes. 3 of them shipped out eventually after I cleared customs. And then I waited a week, and I was like really getting antsy, like, what the fuck is happening to these 9 boxes that are in Canada? They just sat there, and they sent me emails every day saying, oh, it's in process, it's in process. And then they finally came through. So these took like 2.5 weeks to get from Canada via UPS.
Did they have a hockey game going on?
No, I had to do paperwork, which I'm sure screwed something up.
Do they smell like maple syrup?
Well, that's because I ate pancakes.
Oh.
I spill everywhere.
Have you ever seen a moose knuckle?
I got one.
Okay, me too. Yeah, just checking. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one.
Brad Caldwell said.
Jason.
Brad Caldwell said you should be an auctioneer, Brian. Yeah,
I saw that. I'm reading the things right here, and Jimmy Massey says, "Let's go for Postmaster General." Yeah, how about that shit? I could be just as good as the Joy. You know what? Did y'all ever hear about what he did in There you go. Jason's got it right there. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I was like, and that's my fucking boss. Really?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, he's out. He's out. So
I read on Friday. It was it's hard to know because things are moving so quickly. But I read on Friday that they're going to reorganize the Postal Service under the Department of Commerce, which is interesting.
What's that? Department of Commerce?
Yeah, a giant agency inside the federal government.
Oh, well, like Area 51? I don't know.
They're probably all emailing their bosses right now, telling everybody what they did this weekend. But yeah,
I got another
resorting the whole thing. So it sounds like changes are coming. Not in your world. I mean, your job's still the same, but the upper muckety muck.
Right. It's I've been like I said, I've been doing this since 2006, and the one thing that we used to always hear, we hadn't heard it in a while actually, is about not delivering mail on Saturdays, closing on Saturdays. The mail was not going to be delivered on Saturdays, and there was a time that we thought that it was going to happen. It was about back in 2013 or something, maybe, I guess. And then all of a sudden it just went away. Now, I don't know what the hell, honestly, I don't know what's going on with the Postal Service as far as like the higher ups, like what they're talking about, what they're doing up there. Because it seems like every time I turn on my phone or I look at my phone in my Google feed, there's always something in there about the Postal Service, whether it's, the one about the guy that was, had road rage against the letter carrier that had road rage against him and the guy pulled a knife on him. I'm like, well, damn. So, but things like that, but it's other things that are like, about the people that are stealing stuff. That's what comes in my Google thing. But then when you say something about, getting reorganized, I saw that, or, something about, rehash something, or I don't know what the hell they're talking about doing, but we're so far in damn debt. It's y'all know how much we're in debt? I mean, it's like in the billions.
It's 70 billion.
Yeah, and then so here's their thoughts now. I'm about to start ranting a little bit, and hopefully there's nobody in this that's watching this that's higher up or anything that says, hey man, that Brian Rhoden guy, he doesn't, but anyway, let me tell you, when I'm in there when I'm in there in the mornings casing my mail and stuff like that in the mail in the post office, my supervisor gets on this thing called a conference call. And what it is our what they call an MPOO. I don't know what it stands for. I just know it's MPOO. This person is in charge of all the postmasters in his little area, and
Right.
like the postmaster for this town. And there's about 8 or 9 of them, and so they all get together. And this MPOO, he's like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? They tell him. And then he starts on his little thing about what his issues are for the day. Every single time, it seems like for the past, I don't know how many months, because I hear it, they got it on speaker. He's talking about how long it's taken us as letter carriers to get back to the office. And I'm thinking, you need to worry about other shit. Like, why is it taking our packages so long to get to our customers? That's what you need to worry about. Don't worry about what Brian's doing out there. Brian's out there delivering the damn mail. Okay, does Brian come back with all the packages delivered and all the mail delivered? Yes. Does he come back safely? Yes. Is he able to go home? Yes. Is he able to come back the next day? Yes. Done. Don't worry about what the fuck Brian's doing. Worry about your packages. But they do that all the time. They always worry about us because they think that by us coming back quicker, they're going to pay us less, and we're going to get the Postal Service out of debt. That ain't going to happen.
So when you go out, is it just like you work for 8 hours, or do you work until your route's done, or how does that work?
Well, technically, we don't say route, we say route. No, I'm just playing. Just playing. I know that's a northern thing, it's that line, but anyway, the northern, that's the other thing. There's still some people down here that pissed off that you guys won, but not me. I don't get
northern aggression. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tom's not northern, but Tom's western. So what would he be?
Pioneer.
Bingo. I like that. Yeah. He's like Yellowstone, 1883. Yeah.
Most of them died of dysentery, but not Tom.
Made it. I made it.
Yeah. How do you get dysentery? That's when you do. Is that when
you drink dirty water, I think, and then you poop yourself?
If you don't wash your hands after you poop.
Oh. You get dysentery from that? Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
My thinking about the post office is
that's alcohol.
I can take this letter and I can stick a stamp on it and I can mail it all the way to Guam, and it's 60 cents. Maybe it should cost more than 60 cents to hand carry something to Guam.
Right. Yeah.
It's not that close. It's kind of far, and it's 60 cents. I think that's a really good deal. Maybe it could be a little higher.
Well, that's another thing too. And if that's and when they say they're going to raise the price of stamps, I said, why are we raising the price of stamps? Why? Well, because and then we just lost the contract with UPS. Y'all hear about that?
I know you guys were helping them with their ground advantage. Is that over?
Right. They UPS would drop off a bunch of their packages like around 10 or 11 o'clock in the day, at least for us. And those were ones we deliver for them the next day.
Right.
We had a contract with them. Well, now the Postal Service says, you know what? Hey, we need more money from you guys if we're going to do this. And UPS says, I doubt it. So now UPS has got their guys out there delivering their own packages now. And they're out there till like 11 o'clock at night. So those guys, I don't know. I mean, it's just like the Postal Service always wants some more money and shit like that. But you think about it, the Postal Service is a monopoly. I mean, we've been around for 200 something years. Who else is going to deliver mail? If we don't do it, who else is going to do it? UPS? Nope. FedEx? Nope. DHL? Who the hell are they? Where they been? They still drive the yellow vans? I don't know. But, it's just shit like that. So...
I hate disclaimers, but I'm going to drop one right now. I hate disclaimers, but I'm going to drop one right now. The vast majority of the people at the Postal Service do excellent work. The people at my local post office do excellent work. When I wait in line, the first thing they say to me is, I'm sorry you had to wait so long. What can I do for you? And whether I waited or not, that's just what they're programmed to say at that office, because the postmaster cares about the customer service at that location. And
that's good.
Your mileage may vary, right? It doesn't go that way everywhere. And I find that it's probably pretty fixable. It feels to me like the bones are good, right? It's a matter of processes. If we fix the processes, make it work a little bit smoother, then it'll all work itself out. So I think smart people are in charge and they're going to try to figure it out. I'm optimistic.
Yeah, I mean, I know somebody. I mean, and I like that because I hear the stories all the time. About especially believe it or not, in my town, this lady called up yesterday morning when I was at work. She called up, and I don't know why the supervisor put it on speaker, but she did. But she lives out on one of the routes that it's
I don't even know what I said.
It's fine. It's in the city. But the road on that street at one point turns into dirt. It just stopped from the asphalt, turns into dirt. May have been where, because small town, we ain't got no damn money. We can only pave up to so far and then run out of money. So I don't know what that's the deal. But their mailboxes are in the dirt part of the road, if that makes any sense, where they drive, where my you get disappeared from preparing what? Anyway, I was reading some of the things. So she got upset because she says that she hadn't gotten mail in a while. And my supervisor's like, well, what's wrong? Well, I live at so-and-so. And I was like, as soon as she said that street, I said, I wonder if she's talking about where that dirt, because it's not me. I'm not the one that did it. It's another guy. The one that I work with, the guy I work with. And he won't drive down it because when it gets wet, it gets slippery. And I'm thinking, well, how the hell does that lady drive down it to get to her house? If she does it every day, why can't we drive down there every day?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't the saying go, neither rain nor sleet nor dark at night?
Don't start that shit.
Come on. It's Atlanta slippery. It's not Oregon slippery.
Look at here. That is our motto, yes.
It's not Alaska slippery. He'll be all right.
No, it's not. But the first time that happened to us or me when I was delivering mail was when one of these little hurricanes came up, and the wind picked up a little bit and it started raining, and about the only thing that I saw, actually two things that I saw, was when I was delivering mail, a garbage can, plastic one with the two wheels on it,
right,
just goes sliding across the street, and I'm sitting there looking out like, don't see that shit every day. All right, cool. So I drive on. The next thing, there comes a plastic bag across the street. My supervisor called me up and says, hey, you got to come in. I said, why? She said, because the weather's getting bad. I said, what? She said, that's what they told us. That's what the MPU or the postmaster told her. But they bring the carriers in. We don't want them in because they could get hurt. And I'm thinking, okay, here's a motto: rain, sleet, or snow. We got to change it. That's right. It's like Trump says, hey, we got to change it. You got to have it. And so, yeah, we got to figure out something now, a new motto. Whereas at one point when it started snowing, I was out there trying to cut donuts in my damn mail truck, but I didn't wait long enough. I should have waited about another hour when it really stuck to the parking lot. Yeah. I could have really got them going. But one of the girls that works at the restaurant, she was recording me. I don't know where that video is at. It disappeared somehow.
It's probably best. Let's not get fired over doing donuts in a mail truck.
That's right. Yeah.
Your truck, is it the traditional standard mail truck with the steering wheel on the right side and all that good stuff?
Hold on a second.
Or you got one of those newfangled ones?
Just like this right here.
There you go.
Got the little door. But yeah, if I were driving, most people would be on this side, but I'm on that side.
What honestly, that's like always bothered me. What is that like driving like that?
You know what? It's funny you should say that because the back opens. So isn't that cool right there? You load up shit in there and just drive it, summit around. Anyway.
Do you want a little knife to put in there?
That's one of them little bitty McBees or little bees, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Hold on a second. Got something else. Talking about small things. Wait, I'm not gonna get undressed, don't worry. So
damn it.
No. Here we go. Look at this one. This is a little Kearshaw.
Scallion or chive?
Whatever you want to call it. It says a Ken Onion design.
What it is this Galleon or that was my very first knife.
This right here?
Yeah.
It's kind of
the pocket clip's bigger than the blade.
I know. Is that a pocket clip or are you just happy to see me? But anyway, but yeah, it's almost like an assisted opening, really.
It is assisted opening, yeah.
A little knife like this, you need assistance.
Well,
wow.
they don't have the detent to make the flipper work. Kershaw's is all have springs in them. That's the way they are. And when I first got into knives, that was the cool selling point. It's like a switchblade. It's like a legal switchblade, and it opens so fast. And then I found out you can open any knife fast.
The only one that I have, I didn't know anything about these until Ryan Acevedo, my best buddy in California and around California. It's like it's as bad as hell. That are out the front. What is this? This is what is I forgot what it was. A Guardian.
Okay.
Yeah. Ilmax, but yeah. Woo! Yeah, but anyway. Let's talk Postal Service. I'm sorry, we're getting back into knives again. It's almost like this is a knife channel. This ain't got nothing to do with knives. We're talking about post office stuff.
Why is it that sometimes I can walk into a post office and I'll tell them that I'm shipping a knife and they'll tell me I'm not allowed to ship a knife?
That's because you told them. Don't tell them.
Nowhere is it written down that they can't ship a knife.
No, they'll ask you, do you have anything hazardous or liquid, hazardous, perishable? I forgot what it is.
No, sometimes they just say, what's in the package? And I say, a knife.
Really?
And they go, well, you're not allowed to mail the knife. And I turn around and leave. And I drop it in the mailbox.
I thought they were not allowed to ask you. I didn't think we were allowed to ask what was it. I'm pretty sure there's something in writing somewhere, like one of the rule books that you could ask the customer what they're mailing. But I ain't never heard our clerks ask anybody what's in here. They'll ask, like, it comes up on the screen, do you have anything perishable, liquid, hazardous, and it's a yes or no question,
One time I said your mom's underwear and I got on a list.
My mom's underwear?
Not your mom, their mom.
What list did you get on?
It was the naughty list.
The mailing.
You didn't get on that little thing that sits on the side of the wall there. It shows like FBI's most wanted. They don't have those in there no more. You know that? You ever noticed that?
Picture of me going.
Yeah, I know. Or it'd be even worse if you like hold up the underwear.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, no kidding. Big ass granny panties and stuff.
Why don't we segue into a little hot knife talk, Brian? Tell us what have you been carrying lately?
What have I been carrying? Let's see. I'm trying to think. What did I carry? Let's see what I carried yesterday. Oh, it's in the bedroom. No, it's a knife though. But it's an Ace. I was carrying the Ace Grand. I was carrying the Ace Grand. The not the newest one, because I have that one. There's the new one. This is the blacked out with the blue and the blue clip. Nice. Yeah, the blue clip that Lynch Northwest anodized to match the backspacer and all that shit. Yeah. So yeah, but anyway, this is good.
I like those better than Shamans. They're like similar size, similar kind of vibe, but I like those better.
You talking about the Grand? You talking about because see, here's the Shaman and the Grand side by side, But yeah, you're right. So yeah,
they're nice, smooth knives. They feel good. They have like little touches, like the rounded spine, the nice jimping.
Right.
They're good knives.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I like the Grand. I mean, I got 3 of them. I got this one and I forgot who sent this to me. Well, somebody gave me bought this one or whatever. But this is that St. Nick's one.
Yep.
Remember St. Nick's came out with their version?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but yeah, no, this is my little case. One of my cases. I got 2 of them actually. Those. It's not a Pelican case. It's the one you get from Harbor Freight, the Apache case.
Yeah.
And then I got the insert from
Nowpack.
No, not that one. It's the other one. It's guy on Instagram. It's like what the hell's his name? Anyway, but he makes them, but he's got like the little different color on the insides. Where the little slots are. They're different colors. I forgot what is it like something. I'd have to post it in the group somewhere. But yeah. But what have I been carrying lately? Let's see. What have I been carrying? Oh, I know what I've been carrying. This is actually I carried the Grand the day before yesterday. Before that was this right here. This is the Chavez Blue Label.
Blue Label.
Blue Label. That's what they're calling them, Blue Label, even though it's got black. Huh?
Like a whiskey?
I never heard of it, but it sounds good. But anyway, it's how Chavez knives are mostly like $300, $400, right?
Sure.
The blue labels. This one right here, especially. This is the street, and it is in LMAX instead of M390. I think they run them in M390. The streets and the Rediciones, or however you call it, or whatever. But these are only like 165, 185. And what they've done is they, of course, they don't have the flipper tab.
That's a good thing.
And it's the different steel, and also they got the stainless steel liners on the inside, and it's black micarta, but you can also get it in red G10, and the red G10 is off of their website. The black micarta one is off of American Edge Knives, or American Edge, or something like that, which is the one I got. And but they also got different scales for them as well. You can also change the scales out. And the cool thing about this is when you change the scales out on these, you don't even have to take the pivot screws out. You take these screws out right here, the scales, these 3 on this side, and then this one right here, and then the 2 in the clip, and you can just pull these things off, slap the other scales on there, and bam, you're good to go. So, but yeah, this is LMAX, but this is mostly, I've been carrying a lot of the Chavez's simply because I just like the way they open.
The one thing about Chavez to me is, like, I've always found their aesthetic kind of cool. But at first it was like, that damn skull clip bothers the shit out of me. But you know what? Now it's kind of growing on me. It's kind of growing on me now, because I've seen the ones with the plain clips, because I don't know if they send them with that one, but I've seen how Chavez sends the plain clips and the skull clip knives.
Yep, they do.
It's not really a Chavez unless you have the skull clip on it.
I know, it's like their trademark. Yeah, you're right. But here's one cool thing about this too. Notice this on the little lanyard hole, right?
Yeah.
You see that piece right there? If you take this apart, you can actually take that, flip it around, and you won't have the hole there, but you'll still have the backspacer. That's the blue label. That's what they did with the blue label. They almost dropped this thing. But yeah. Oh, hey puppy. My puppy's in here.
Yeah, when you turn it around, Tom, it's called the meth crusher.
It's called a what? Oh yeah, okay, I got you. Did you guys know that buzzards will circle over a house that's making meth?
No.
It's that smell. The smell of it.
Let me go look and see.
Yeah, he's gonna go out there and look. If he comes back in and says there's like 12 buzzards over his head,
no, there's a SWAT team, but no buzzards.
Yeah, but they do.
Yeah.
I've heard they do. Anyway, I don't know it for a fact. But anyway, what else? Oh yeah, it's probably my favorite Chavez right here. Oh, nope, that's not. Even wait, yeah, it is too. Actually, it is one of the good ones. This is the one with the kick stop. You know, with the kick stop flipper.
The kick stop.
Those are really interesting. The way those work.
The Tonto blade, but yeah.
So, hey Brian, talk to us about sharpening.
Yeah.
No. That's Tom's category.
No, I'm seeing your shiny edges. I want to know about it.
You got some good looking edges there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I've been sharpening knives since I was 3 years old, and this all started when I was in the crib. No, I'm just playing. Actually, I never really got into sharpening knives until about a couple of years ago. But everybody always will tell you that when it comes to sharpening knives, they'll always say, well, my grandfather taught me. I used to watch him outside in the backyard with his little stone, things like that, which is fine. I used to watch my grandfather do it too. He had an old timer pocket knife with 3 blades on it. Yep, just like that. There you go.
Running across a rock.
Mm-hmm. He had here you go, Tom. Another skull clip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, he would sharpen, but he would only sharpen one blade that he would use. And that one blade, what does he say? I didn't see what he said. Brian Rhoden, what? Voice makes me thirsty for apple pie moonshine. Oh, yes. Apple pie moonshine. That's some good stuff. Very good stuff. Especially if you get a cinnamon stick and you swirl it in there. All right, get back to the knife. He would sharpen the knife. He's sharpening his little blade so much that it was almost like by the time he got done, it was almost like a damn toothpick. Like, that was it. But all the other blades were fine. He just only used that one little blade. Kind of like that, just one little blade.
So are you a freehand master or do you use a fixed?
No, I'm not. I started out, this a couple of years ago. I started out by getting one of the, oh my God, what's the name of it? it's almost like a land ski.
Okay.
It's almost like that, where you got the little guides that you put your little rod. This is the the KME rod. You put
Yep.
your little rod in there in the little slot or whatever, and you go by that and you hold it in your hand. I can't remember what the name of the company is. Huh?
Gatco, Brian?
No. Say some more. It starts with an S. I think it starts with an S. It's like Smith.
Yeah, Smith.
Oh, okay.
Samson Swan. Wait, Samson Swan. Samsonite. I was way off. I love that movie. Anyway, Samsonite. I was way off. Yes. That's what I had to begin with, and then I saw that workshop. The one with not the one that's the guided one, but it's like it would tilt. You know what I'm talking about?
The one with the belts?
No, no. It was like you put it on the table, and it's like you can change out the little grit or your little stones, and they had a little magnetic backing to them, and they'll stick on there. But when you sharpen, it would go to the, no, not that one. That's the second one. I never got that one, but I had the second one. I had the first one, which is that little bitty one. It's called a workshop, like you could take it out in the field with you or something.
Okay.
I'm sure you could take these out in the field with you as well.
Yeah.
Did it work for you?
No. I tried it a couple of times, and I tried it on these guys right here. Basically, this, of course, is my first knife, one of my first knives, but it's the cold steel.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think it's OS 8 is the steel on this, but it's the Recon one. And anyway, I was holding this, and I was sharpening it, like it's like the little instructions showed and everything, and it just I don't know, I just never really got into it. And then I started I forgot who it was that told me about the KME. Might have been Brian Patrick. You got to work for KME.
Yep.
And I got this one, and I've been using this one ever since. And Ryan Acevedo, my buddy, he got me these stones. These are the Cerberus, the how you say it? Venev,
I don't know.
Yeah, they're the double sided. So like the top side right here is 80 grit, and flip it over, you get 150 grit. So, but anyway, they're 4-inch stones, for the KME holder or whatever. This little stone holder right here, boom, boom, boom. You just slap them in there, and then you start sharpening like Tom does. And seriously, I'm not joking around. I watch his sharpening videos, and I get pointers from him, about how to do this and do that, and it helps out. And that's how I learned how to sharpen. Really, was watching videos with Sean Snyder. Y'all seen a couple of his blades and fades. His was like, I used to basically say, okay, he's got another one out. Oh, cool, he's got another video out. I'd watch all his videos, on sharpening stuff, and then Tom started doing his. And I said, well, shit, I'll watch Tom's too, But yeah, I get a lot of pointers and stuff from you guys on that. And that's where I learned how to sharpen that. And Ryan Acevedo, man, that boy, I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. He's got all kinds of stuff in his head. He's always trying new shit with sharpening and stuff. And he'll come up, and I call him Ryan's recipes, because it says, hey, try this. Start out with this, end with that, strop with this, strop with that, 5 times this way, 3 times that way, go this way, this way, this way. And then I'll take and I say, okay, I'll try it. So I do like that. And I go by those little instructions. And then by the time I get done, like, let's say, for instance, this guy right here, I just got her off of the KME. And this one, I actually stopped. I normally stop with 800 grit. 800 grit. Normally stop with that. And then I'll start stropping. And I get that little, what I call that nasty ninja, shiny samurai edge, scary samurai sharp. But it will be shiny. But see, this right here is not too shiny. I mean, it is, but it's not. But I ain't got no paper. All right, here we go. We got an arm here. Yeah, okay. Look at that shit. This.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no kidding. Can you see it? Can y'all see it? Yeah,
we can see it.
Yeah, that looks like. Oh my god, that's like pubic hair off of a mouse. Anyway, but yeah, that's what happens. I stopped this at at 240. Yeah, 240, I believe. 240 grit. I did 80 grit, 150, and then 240. Both sides got the birds and all that kind of shit. But yeah look at that shit, man. Good Lord.
Don't scrape your tattoos off.
Yeah, about to say, you might, yeah. But yeah, that's what this is. I mean, he said that he called, I forgot what he called this, but he said this was not the mirror sharp, like you get with this guy right here. You got the mirror sharp on that. Now that's 800 grit. That's going with 800 grit, and then oh shit, I'm bleeding. Okay, I better not do that no more. Anyway, I'll be in the emergency room again. They'll see me and say, "Oh fuck, here he comes again." So what's wrong this time? You were sharpening knives again? So yeah, my wife does that too. She'll say, "You sharpening damn knives. You always bleeding." And she, you take the blood thinners, it's gonna kill you.
So you got the KME now. Are you
Yes.
set on the KME? Is that
Yes.
like you're good? See, that's what I always tell people. Like whenever anyone asks in the group what they should get,
Yep.
I'm not afraid to say, do not get a fucking work sharp. Don't do it. Just skip it and get a KME. Just get a KME. And then people have lots of questions like, well, should I get a Wicked Edge or should I spend
Wicked Edge as well?
Per off? And I'm like, just get a KME. Because everyone assumes when at the price point that it's good, but it's not the ultimate answer.
Right.
I think it really is for 90% of people, all you need ever. Like you never need to upgrade it. I can see you got the 3D printed parts on yours, right? So you've taken yours.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's all the sharpener most anyone's ever going to need. And as you can see, people get really wrapped up in this hobby way too early about mirror edges. Everyone just want to get a mirror edge. They don't care about getting sharp. They just want a mirror.
That's right. And mirrors don't mean it's sharp. It's pretty, but it don't mean it's sharp. I mean, I can mirror the shit out of something, but it wouldn't cut a rubber band. Yeah, you're right.
KMEs will give you a mirror, and you have nice stones. You can upgrade stones. You can upgrade parts.
Yep.
I think KME is great for almost everybody. And I know people love the idea of having something bigger and fancier, but you really don't need it. I learned to sharpen on a KME. I learned to sharpen watching Knife Crazy on YouTube. He's pretty slow and very meticulous. And I just watched those YouTube videos, and I watched them a couple times, and then I picked up tips, and I've seen other videos. And that's one cool thing about sharpening. Interesting thing about sharpening is there's no right answer on how to do anything. Like there's no like you have to sharpen this way or you won't get a sharp edge. But YouTube comments will beg to differ with that.
Well, I think I agree with you. I agree with you guys, but at the same time, there's also science in this too. And it's possible to have a mirror that's dull. And it's also possible to have a toothy edge that's so toothy that it doesn't pass cleanly through anything you're trying to cut. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to create an edge that will grab at the material, but also pass through the material. So,
hey, I got a question for you guys. Any of your guests on FFIB had to take a bathroom break?
One guest took
a twice. I'll be right back.
The one guest.
Hold on, Tom. This is the best interview I think we've ever had.
It's the most content per minute. For sure. Content per minute is off the charts.
If anybody's keeping track of the words spoken, this will be the most words of any episode.
Oh, watch this on YouTube with the closed captions on.
Oh my God. Yes. This is crack hamster energy is running strong with Brian. Best episode ever. Brian, if you're watching this, thanks for coming on.
Yes, I'm sure. The one guest that we did have take a bathroom break took the camera with him to the bathroom. So Brian's already ahead of the game on that.
Yes. Kid O'Connell took the camera with him. You guys will never see that episode. It's gone. It's gone from the internet. But yeah, old kid took it with him. I forgot about that. CPM. So obviously, you guys, when I was young, man, and I was starting with sharpening, I thought you had to go 150, 240, 400, 600, 800, 1200, 1600, 2000, 3000, 4000, 8000. Like you had to go through every freaking stone. And then you would start with the strops and you go all the way to 0.001 micron or whatever. And I'd get done and the knife wouldn't be very sharp. And I'd be furious because it took me 4 hours and it wasn't sharp. And then I started taking knives to like 400 grit and stopping. And guess what? It had a really nice satin edge and it was pretty sharp, but not super duper sharp. And then one day I took it to 400 grit and then I stropped it after. And you know what I had? I had sharp as shit. It was like scary sharp. It was like cut the world in half sharp. And I realized that you have to have a certain amount of tooth and a certain amount of polish to get where you want to go. And I think when you look at guys like Sean Houston, who can get a best score of 17, you know, he's not polishing through 15 stones to do that. He's using 2 stones and then he's stropping.
Yeah.
That's the way he's doing it.
When I say everyone's chasing a mirror way too early, I was that person. The moment that I found out that a KME plus a strop made a shiny edge, I was overstropping everything that came. I'd strop for 20 minutes. I'm going to make it the shiniest shine of all the shines. And that it just made it like, wait, the factory edge that I just took off, slice paper like nothing. And now it's just kind of like whatever. Sharp-ish.
Honestly, bought a new knife just to avoid sharpening. I think we've all been there. We should have all sat in silence until Brian came back, said Brian Caldwell.
Well, he said, what? We should all have sat in silence. No, well, when I was in there, I had to make a deposit to the Berrien County Sanitation Department, too. So I probably got alarms going off out there right now. So, yeah, they're going to probably... Somebody come get this damn thing out of here.
At least your kidneys work. You can overstrop a knife, Matt Parker. You can overstrop a knife.
Yes, you can.
You will strop it to the point where there's no longer an edge. Your apex will be rounded like this, and it's no longer sharp. And ask me how I know.
That's why.
How do you know?
Because I've done it. I've done it a
What?
lot.
You know how I learned it? Tom, I heard it from Tom one time when he was stropping. He says you don't want to concentrate on doing this so too much because you can do it. And sure enough, yeah, he's right.
Yeah, I've done it plenty of times. I get done and it's shiny as shit, but it's dull.
I probably have 6 strops like this, and I have a ton, like a little 1x6 drops. But I stopped using every single micron, and I was just like, I just use 6 micron on my satin edges, and I use 3 micron on my mirror edges, and I strop for 10 seconds. And
hey, Brian.
It's fine. It's sharp.
Patrick Bryan's worried about your health. He wants to know if you washed your hands. Worried about dysentery.
Damn it. 91% alcohol. There you go. But yes, I did. Okay. Here you go, Tom. Ta-da.
Beavercraft.
You know what else it does? Woo-hoo. But yeah. Grandkids.
I found, was it Bobby Casey told me about these like forever ago. And so I bought one, and since then I just buy them off Amazon. They're $20 and they're great strops. I like the leather on them, is really good.
Is yours you said Beavercraft?
Yeah.
Are these from Oregon?
No, they're from like Ukraine. Okay. I believe they're from somewhere else. I've looked them up online before. I don't think it's from Oregon though.
I
thought everything beaver related was in Oregon.
I know.
Nah, I'm just playing. And isn't it kind of odd that the Millie thing is orange like a beaver? Like the Oregon State? No,
it's almost like I kind of wanted it to be.
It's orange like the coin.
It's orange like the coin. It just happens.
That's true. That's true. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I got one back there. There's my coin somewhere up here. But yeah. I was talking about beavers, and everybody talks about beavers. I mean, I shade, like shade beavers, Brazilian. Let's see what else.
You're not supposed to eat them though, Brian.
A beaver?
Yeah.
No.
It's poisonous, right?
I don't know about poisonous. I know you're not supposed to suck on the tail. No, wait. That's not it. That's not it. No.
Right. Anyway.
Somewhere. But yeah, no, I got this. I got this because Tom has suggested it. He was using it in his video, and I sent him a message, and he got back to me like a week later, and he says, well, it was a couple, but a day. But he says, yes, it's a Beavercraft, da-da-da. So I ordered one, and I've got 3 microns on one side, 1 micron on the other side. However, every now and then I might use this, but I also have these. Now these are my little the little stones. This is like aluminum on one side, and then a little kangaroo leather on this side. But this is 1 micron, and then I got 3 and 6 or 3 and 9. 3 and 9 micron, but I use these on the KME sharpener. They fit just perfect in the little stone holder thing there. You just gotta change your angle a little bit, to compensate for it, but does a good job as well. That way you take out.
Before you move on past that, that's a good point. People need to know.
Yes.
So the reason I strap like this is the way I learned, and it's easy-ish if you're used to doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Those kind of straps are easier for a beginner to use, but there is a very important but. Adjusting the angle, because the thickness of the strap is not the same thickness of your stone.
And I'm about to show it. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Adjust the angle.
Look at the difference. This is that double-sided Cerberus stone. This is that KME or that strapping stone. Look at the difference. It's almost like this right here. You'd need another one to make two of these. Make another one of these to stack them up. But when you put that in there, when you put that in your, like Tom was saying, when you put it in your stone holder, it's gonna, and you use it at the same angle. Come here, mother. Anyway, use it at the same angle, or when you put that in there, put it in the hole. Where's the hole at? They say put some hair around it. You can get in there. Now shut the fuck up. Anyway, see how you got that? So when you put that stone holder, that little stone in there, it's going to change it a little bit. So you got to compensate with that by adjusting it. So what I do, and it really doesn't hurt the edge at all. But once I put this strapping stone in there or whatever, once I put it in there, I'll take it and I'll run it down, because you only go one way with it, just like you do on the regular, on your hand strap. You only go one way, edge away from you. Wait, yeah, because you go with it, you'll cut into it. But I'll go down the blade a couple of times and I can actually see it. This side on the, like, towards the tip will be non-strop, but towards the heel will be strong, and you can tell the difference. And if it ain't covering all of it, I'll make an adjustment, to make it a little bit shinier. Where you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, right away. Next.
I just like watching you go, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'll go 100 miles an hour. Some guy told me one time I was full of useless knowledge. I was like, that ain't right.
It depends on the audience, because your knowledge is useful here. It's
okay. Well, I said, man, look, I'm sorry. I watched the damn Discovery Channel. I could tell you all kinds of shit about the universe. Whether or not that means that I've been there, done that, seen everything but the wind, or what is it? Been everywhere but the chair, seen everything but the wind. Yeah, that's the one. I don't know if there's wormholes or not, but you guys, there could be.
Well, you demonstrated that you can put a keen edge on a knife, so that was nice. I don't know that any of mine are sharp enough that I can shave my arm with it.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of which, it's still bleeding. Yeah, see, because I take blood thinners and I also take water pills. That's why I was in the bathroom so damn long. I'm like, come on, man, come on.
Get it with that spray gun. You'll be all right.
With the what?
That spray bottle.
That's 91% alcohol. You know what, though? This is what I used to clean my blades with after I'm, like, in between sharpening, like in between stropping, especially from one strop to the other, so it won't get contaminated. I'm trying to look at some of the. I don't see how y'all do this.
I just glance over every now and then, and if I see one that makes me laugh, then I throw it up on the screen. But otherwise, I don't read every one of them.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, one time I put on there, I said, Jason, call me, baby, or something like that.
Baby.
No, it wasn't baby. Call me, maybe. Maybe call me. And you didn't say nothing about it. And I was like, well. Whatever.
You can't follow all of them because the'll be 500.
I can see how that goes. Goddamn, you get somebody drunk one night, they don't want to have nothing to do with you the next day. So,
well, sometimes me and Jason will both see a comment. We'll kind of give each other a little side eye, and we're not pulling.
Oh, y'all got signals.
Not coming up.
Yeah, we got signals. We're veterans. They're not rookies here. We've been doing this a minute.
Yeah, y'all have been doing this a while. Y'all get some high profile guest on here too, like Jeff.
I don't think it doesn't get better than Eric Lesser, and we've talked to him 3 times now. So,
and that's the guy this is the guy that owns Spyderco.
His dad founded the company, and he and his dad and his mother have run it for the last.
And y'all talk to him like they're Jesus, man. Now people are gonna look at me and they're gonna say, "Damn, you were on FFIB," and I was like, "No, that wasn't me. That's somebody else." There they go.
Well, I think
No, they're going to talk to us, and they're going to say, "You talk to Brian Rhoden."
Yeah, they're gonna say, "Does he really know that much about tracking and shit, or is he just full of shit?" So,
the thing I think that will change everyone's opinion on like these knife celebrities that we live in the world of, like the Joseph Veros and Brian Browns and Eric Lessers that we've got to interview these guys.
And Jeff Lawford, don't forget about Jeff. I like Jeff.
That go to Blade Show and you just hang out with these guys, and then it's just like it changes the whole vibe and the whole attitude, and you're just like, oh, they're just a guy.
Eric will come up and kick you in the dick. He doesn't care. He's just a regular guy.
Remind me to wear my cup.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, son of a bitch? Oh, goddamn. You know,
honestly, our unicorn guest that has been elusive to us for all these years is Countess Anne.
Yeah.
Countess Anne.
Where have I heard that before?
She's the Hank diva, the Countess from Serbia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We keep inviting her, and she keeps saying maybe someday. But
are y'all not sending it? Are y'all sending it in English or in Serbian?
Whatever language she wants to talk in, we'll do it.
Okay, that didn't make I really don't know if that makes a difference. I just do that.
I think her English is better than my Serbian for sure.
I like to pull a lot of shit out of my ass. I mean, I pull things out of my ass just random. You know, just pull it out. It's almost like taking one of the things out of a fortune cookie. You know, you just no, if I can read that later. You know, that kind of thing. Pretty much.
We would both love to talk to Bill Koenig on camera.
Yeah.
Bill doesn't do interviews, so
he don't. But this is not really an interview, though, is it?
This is why we tell everybody is it's just us hanging out, and eventually you forget all these comments over here.
Yeah,
you forget about that shit, and we're just talking to each other.
I just need to do him a really solid favor so that he owes me one, and then I can get him on the show.
Right. Let me be serious real quick with you guys. And this is I think I can speak for everybody when I say this, is that you two guys running this group, you guys, I mean, honestly, y'all really don't run the group. I mean, yes, y'all are admins. Yes, y'all started the group, and you know, and people invite people all, you know, but as far as like one of the what's what I'm looking for, quintessential, I guess you could say, or like a group that can basically be a mold for all the other groups to follow is this one, is the Millie Club. Because I have yet to see, and I've been in here for a while, I have yet to see anybody argue about anything or bitch about anything. It's just, you know, it's a place where people come and we just love it. There's people in here like Brad and Jimmy Massey and, you know, and Jay Garner and Jay and Mac, you know, Jake Mack, you know, it's and you guys, if I'm missing names, I probably am, because, you know, there's 19,300 something people in here, which I think should be more, but you know, hey, it is what it is. But
on that 19,300 people, the reason that it's stayed there for so long is people join every day.
Mm-hmm.
We do behind the scenes let people leave every now and again, and there is arguments sometimes, but we get involved very early.
Yeah,
so the members help police the group as much as anybody else.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But we do get involved quickly.
Like, and you got moderators. You got moderators like Seth Gilman. I mean, come on, man. How many moderators? I mean, if you want to moderate something, get Seth. He'll moderate the hell out of some shit.
We just take it back to a group chat. We go, what should we do about the situation? So I was like, we gotta let it play out. We can't like censor these people, or this is not okay, or this guy's out of line, or what's the full story? We need to message these guys offline. So there's a lot of stuff we do behind the scenes. We don't want to be forceful like in the comment section all the time, just being dicks.
Who's Matt Parker?
He's known as Natalie Parker.
Well, he says he got offended because he didn't get a shout out. Good night, Matt.
He's joking. He's all right.
Have sweet dreams. Hey,
you wouldn't know his name.
Don't forget, wash your hands.
He's Natalie Joy Parker in the group.
He's what?
Natalie Joy Parker.
Who's that? Who's Natalie Joy Parker?
His wife. Mrs. Parker.
Oh, I thought it might have been his alter ego or something.
That's just the account he uses to peruse Facebook.
Yeah.
He uses her account to look at knife groups. So, Brian.
What now? He uses her account to look at knife groups.
Yeah. Back to what you were saying before.
Yes.
Thank you for the compliment. Like Tom and
welcome.
I are both, we're very, very proud of the group, and we're very proud of the community that we built. And it wasn't easy, and it took years of hard work, but truly, honestly, at this point, I'm shocked all the time that the wheels haven't fallen off because we don't moderate it that hard.
Right.
We really
Yeah.
don't. Tom and I spend more time in the group chat with the moderators than we do in the group. And the group chat was just yammering today. We were talking about rap, we were talking about basketball, and we were talking about kids' sports. You know, we're not talking about the group. But what I've noticed is that we don't, and I love it this way. I'm really glad it's this way. We don't have to moderate it because the group self-moderates. I don't have to worry about it. Like Matt Parker doesn't have a problem putting somebody in line if they're not carrying the culture of the group. And you don't mind saying, hey, brother, you shouldn't be acting this way in this group. This isn't that kind of place. And then Tom and I don't have any problem throwing people out that don't fit in. It's like there's 500 knife groups out there that are legitimate knife groups. And if you don't fit in with our culture, it's okay. You can go play in one of the other knife groups. I don't mind throwing you out. I threw out a guy just yesterday that he has been reporting like 4 to 10 posts a day. Every day he reports posts. And I asked him the other day, I said, hey man, why are you reporting these posts? He goes, this one's off topic. And this one's not a Spyderco. And this guy's asking a dumb question. And you guys aren't moderating anything.
Wait a minute, the Spyderco thing though, I think with the Millie Club, we talk about all kinds of knives.
Talk about all kinds of anything.
Part, Brian. He had been in the group for 4.5 years. He knows that. But all of a sudden he got a burr up his butt about the fact that we were going off topic. And to me, it was just like, hey man, you need to go somewhere else. Go find another group.
He reported a post where this guy made a flamethrower, and I thought it was fucking sick, so I did not delete that post whatsoever.
You made a flamethrower?
This guy made this cool flamethrower out of like those big water jugs, and it blows.
Yeah.
There was a video that he reported that, which I understand if you're not used to the culture of the group and knowing like, hey, it's okay. It might be like spam in most groups, but if you've been around, you know that's what makes this place special is the ability to be open about stuff, to talk about things off topic, to get personal, to get serious.
Right.
Someone messaged me earlier today asking if it was okay if they post something really serious in the group, and I was absolutely let them move forward with it.
We had a guy that's been a member for 5 years say, I had surgery. I'm missing work. I got to sell off my knives.
I saw that. Yeah.
I know that guy. He is as honest as the day is long, and he's got a big heart. And he's enjoying like the second phase of his life. He went through a really dark time in his life, and now he's in the light. And
that's good.
He is 100% truthful in what he's saying. And in other groups, they would go, "Hey, you're not allowed to do that. You're just pulling at heartstrings, trying to sell shit."
Right.
And that's not at all the case here. So he throws something up like that. I know it's true because I've been shoulder to shoulder with this guy for 5 years. You know, and
see, we got people in this group that are just like that are beyond generous. I mean, I'm reading stuff, you know, like so-and-so, you know, gifted me this, and I'm thinking, damn, man, these are some cool-ass guys. I mean, you know, they don't have to do that. They don't have to do that, but they do it. That's why I'm saying, that's why I was thinking, you know, like, okay, let's take you and Tom, for instance, right? More than whenever I can get my fat ass up to Atlanta, which really is not an impossible, because I mean, I'm only a 3.5 hour drive south of it in Georgia, right? I live in Georgia. Atlanta's up here. I'm down here. All I need to do is get my little car, my little truck, you know,
doable.
Yeah, doable. Yeah, doable. But and I'm going to be there this year. I am. And I'm pretty sure one of you two little rascals are going to be there too. If not, both of us
will be there. Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. Now, here's the thing: when I go to Blade Show. And this has been this way since I want to go. And I'm sorry, I'll get back, you know, let you get back to you, but I just wanted to interrupt you. And so when I get to Blaze Show, it's like, I want to see what new knives they are. You know, I might not buy nothing, but my goal is to physically shake hands with people that I've chatted with or, you know, seen on FFIB, you know, that's what I want to do.
Brian, if you wear that shirt, you'll meet 200 people. I'm not exaggerating. There'll be 200 other club members there, and they'll see.
You think I'd get 15 more if I didn't wear a shirt? No.
Anyway. Those shirts, people see those, and not only do people that are in the group know what they are, they like congregate together, and they're like, "Oh, you're in the Millie Club. We can talk about that."
Yeah.
Like now, like people outside of the group see those shirts even, and are like, "Oh,
there you go." Sean Reese. What is he about? Like 6'8"?
Sean? No, he's
Yeah.
he's my height. He's 6'4".
6'4". That's
Mine's
still
only
high.
6'8". Same thing.
I mean, I'm 5'10" now. I mean, but I'm a sexy 5'10". But the thing is that
you don't have to say that. That's redundant. We know.
Huh?
That we know. You don't have to tell us and rub it in.
When you see me in person, you'll have a change. You'll change your mind. But I'm sure you will. But
Tom,
unless,
can you imagine the calves on him?
Huh?
Imagine his calves.
Whose calves?
Your calves are probably like titanium calves.
They're probably all vascular.
You know who? You know the Colossus. What's his name? Is it Colossus on the X-Men? The one that says that's titanium or whatever. Is that him? The one that was in Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh, Wolverine.
That too. No, not Wolverine, but his name was. But he was the Tin Man. Whatever. Right. Yeah, that's my legs. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought so.
Yeah. Anyway. We were. God. But yeah, that's what I want to do. When I get to Blaze Show, I want to meet people, and it's like Ryan Acevedo, for instance. He's in California. I never met him before, but he and I have been like, it's like I chat with him. Hell, I talk to him more than I talk to my wife. Maybe, I don't know, but it's stuff like that. It's people like that. Like Sean. It's the Seans and the Allens and the Blakes and the Vic Woos and the those guys, the Jimmy Massey. It's those guys that make this place special.
And it's funny how Randy Dyke's coming to mind. I'd never met Randy Dyke in my life. And all of a sudden I'm standing at Blade Show and he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, I know you. You're from Millie Club." And I shake his hand. I talk to him and I'm like, "Come on, we're going to this table. We're going to go look at knives." And I just bring him along. And by the end of the show, he had probably bought 12 knives. He had the time of his life. He got to meet all his heroes. He got to hang out with other guys in the Millie Club. Right. And he looked me in the eyes and it was just like, this has been the best weekend I've had in a long time. I can't believe it. It's so fun. Getting to see everybody. And what everybody says at the end of the show, you'll ask them, "What was your favorite part of the show?" They always go, "It was the people." Yep. So you come for the knives, you stay for the people. Every time. Everyone agrees. And I love taking new people. When new people come, it's just like, come on, we're going to go have a good time. And it's a fantastic weekend.
I'll say, okay, babe.
Okay, babe.
Taking newbies to get to introduce them to people, like nice celebrity. Oh, that's so much fun to get to go like
helping new people.
You want to go meet Eric Lester right now? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to go talk to Eric Lester.
It seems to me like guys like Eric, you probably would think that, oh, I don't want to go bother him. He's got too much to do. He would probably be one of those guys that you like Tom. Let's just say let's do a little scenario right here, right? Okay, here I am, right? I come up to Blaze Show, I got my little Q shawl, and I see Tom, and I was like, oh, Tom, Tom, and then Tom says, "Do you want to go meet Eric?" And I'll be like, "I don't know, man. I don't know." He's and then Tom said, "Come on, let's go." And Eric turned around. He'll probably turn around, and then the dude will probably hug me. He just seems like that kind of guy, like that, Maybe not hug me. My nipples are getting hard for some reason. I don't know why, but stuff like that. No, it ain't neither. Not in South Georgia, so. Well, but it seems like they, like he would be like that. He'd be cool like that. Listen, and it's like all the knife guys are like. Seems like they'd be like that.
Listen, the coolest guy at Blade Show is still a knife nerd. They are.
Who's that?
All of them.
Oh, yes. It
doesn't matter. Like they're all knife nerds, every one of them, and they're all just as excited about pocket knives as you are, and they all want to talk about it. It's our weekend to have fun and talk big knives. And
who was the guy that got caught stealing shit? This has been a couple of years ago. Do y'all remember that?
Kid O'Connell.
Oh hell, you remember the damn name? Good Lord.
Yeah. Oh, we were intimately involved in that situation.
I think that's where I heard this from. Was in the I think it was in the group or in the club.
He almost stole $600 from Tom, and I'm the one that caught him stealing the knife off the table at the in the pit.
Dude, that's some damn. Two things I can't stand.
Everything fell apart for him. I spent the whole show with him because he had my money, and I was trying to get back from him, but he was too busy doing things like stealing knives and drinking and having too much fun with my money. But yeah, that was that was a Blade show that every year, this is one thing. Every year I learn something new about Blade show that I don't want to do. I don't want to repeat. That mistake was like hanging out with Kit, which that will never happen again. But every year I figure out like, okay, we stay here or we go at this time, we get in line here or bring these things to stand in line or pack a backpack, whatever.
Right.
And it's getting to a good point now where we got a good system down. It's fun. It's the most exhausting weekend of your life. You get home and all you want to do is show off your knives you just bought to all your buddies and stay at 2 a.m. talking. And then you want to get up at 5 a.m. and go back to the show. And then half the house will want to go at 5 and half the house will want to sleep in until whenever. And it's fun. You got to go. It's the best.
Yeah, I'm planning on going this year. Last couple of times I've been wanting to go, something's always come up. And I was like, God almighty, and it's like, man, I got to go this year, man. I mean, hell, if I start walking now, I'll be there in time. But because I'm walking pretty slow because of my knees.
So every year, right about this time, if not earlier, they released early bird tickets for Blade Show.
Yes.
You want an early bird. If you're watching this, I'm not saying don't go to Blade Show if you don't get an early bird ticket. Just spend the money on an early bird ticket unless you're only going for a couple hours or you live in Georgia. Right. I'm flying out from Oregon, so I'm obviously going as much as I can. But if you want to buy knives, all the cool shit's going to get swooped up in the first hour. So that's the point of an early bird ticket, really.
Also, that Friday morning hang outside the building is the best part.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Do what now? I'm sorry, I missed. I was reading comments. What were y'all saying?
Oh, just hanging out outside in line. Like the line is twists around the convention center.
Yeah.
And you can just walk up and down the line. People talk to you about whatever. Josh Haygood will be there on a one wheel, scooting around. There'll be guys looking at each other's watches. They'll be doing guys showing off things they made out of their bag. Yeah. It's just a fun nerd out session with guys who like the same kind of stuff.
Right. Here's what I thought. It just popped in my head. You've got an Arma, correct?
I have 3 Armas.
3 Armas. I've got 2 Red Cats.
Okay.
Why don't we bring them to Blade Show and run around in the parking lot while everybody's in the line?
My Arma is 25 pounds and gigantic. 15 pounds and gigantic.
Yours is probably is it a 1/8?
Yeah.
Yeah, my landslide's a 1/8 and my backdraft's a 1/8. But I can I changed out this the just about everything on that backdraft to make it come from a buggy to like a short course truck.
Yeah.
But the landslide, I haven't done anything. I don't know if you are you in some of the RC groups on Facebook?
Yeah, like it makes you realize how good our group is because those are some of the worst possible groups through it. The ask advice on an RC car group and you just get a bunch of people that are like shit down your throat for even asking a question.
Yep. It's either like if you don't have nitro, you ain't shit, that kind of thing. But most of the guys on the RC groups, they like to take their Armas, especially the what's the one that everybody's taking in there and they're like busting out like 100 and something miles an hour on that bitch.
Oh, I have like the speed ones. I have I have an infraction. It's a 1.
Infraction. That's it. I think that's it. Yeah.
But yeah,
it might be it. Yeah. Because the
coolest RC car you gotta see though is Josh Hagan's one wheel. Like
Josh Hagan's what?
So Josh Hagan's one wheel. Do you know what a one wheel is?
A one wheel? Is that the thing that you ride?
It's a wheel and it's got like a skateboard on it.
And you ride it.
And you ride it. It's like
a skateboard with one wheel.
A hoverboard.
It sounds like something that I would bust my ass on.
Josh rolls around that. Josh's videos of slicing watermelons open with swords while he's riding his one wheel.
Josh modern day samurai.
Favorite thing about the hangout in the morning is just watching Josh Haygood just exist is pretty entertaining. And he's got a craziest collection to show off too.
So Brian, there's a group of psychos that come from Texas.
Yeah, I'm the admin. No, I'm just playing.
They drive up Thursday afternoon. They jump in the car and they drive.
You talking about going to Blade Show? You talking about going to Blade Show? Okay.
Yep. They drive all night to get to Blade Show about 4 a.m. in Atlanta. So imagine like 15 hours in the car one way. They get there at 5 a.m. so they can get in line. Then they all run in when the doors open, and they
Mm-hmm.
go enter all the lottos and all the auctions and stuff like that, and they rake in all the knives. And at the end of the day, they drive home. 15 hours back.
Damn.
These guys are
Wow.
psychos, but yeah, that's how they roll in Texas. They're like,
You know, it's kind of this is really off topic. I mean, it's really off topic. Several years ago, me and my wife decided that we wanted to try and raise exotic birds and sell them. You know, like blue and gold macaws, sun conures, green cheek conures, parakeets, lovebirds, cockatiels, things like that. You know. So
did you teach them all to swear?
no. Mm-mm. Anyway, ooh boy, that would be. Anyway, so she would get on these groups, in the Facebook groups, and find out who all selling stuff, and mostly it was people that were like pet shop, or not pet shop, but they were certified breeders of these exotic birds, and your stores that sold those birds would actually they're the ones that would buy the birds from those breeders. I mean, that's all they did was they were, you know, they were good at they were good at what they did as far as the breeding goes, and but anyway, so we found several birds that were like male paired up together, male and female, like blue and golds, African grays, things like that, but they were down around the Miami area. So, in order for us to go get these birds, we had to drive down there. And when I got off work one Saturday from delivering mail, we drove to Miami, straight down there from South Georgia. Drove down
50 miles an hour, Tom. That's the speed limit on a mail truck.
there.
Took 11 hours.
How's my driving?
But believe it, no, I've actually got my mail truck up to 75.
Holy cow.
I know it. I had to stop, man, because shit was rattling, and I heard something like dropping. What the? And here comes bolts and shit rolling across the floorboard. I was like, oh, I got to stop. But because they started falling out. But and remind me to tell y'all about the damn mirror breaking too. So what's talking about? Oh, birds. Oh yeah. So drove down to Miami, got these damn birds. All right, we had a pair of macaws, blue and gold macaws. But the thing about it is that when you got a male and a female and they bonded together and they're breeding pairs, they don't have nothing to do with people. So don't try to reach your hand in there and, you know, say, hey, little birdie, because them damn blue and gold macaws, they will take your finger off. Matter of fact, and if you ever seen, we got one actually. I got Eden. Y'all don't know if y'all seen any videos of her. We've had her for a while. She's like 13 years old now, but we raised her from a little bitty, you know, like little bitty one with hardly any feathers. You know, you ever see that cartoon with Foghorn Leghorn when he got blown up? He's like, you know, I keep my feathers numbered for such an occasion. That's what she looked like when she was, you know, didn't have no feathers. And so we were hand feeding her. But anyway, she's a good bird. I love Eden. She's sweet. But these guys were hollering and shit. Oh my God. In the back of their truck. And so we drove back to Miami, or back from Miami, didn't have any sleep whatsoever. I'll never do that shit again. But you talking about driving back and forth like that? Yeah, that's some crazy shit, man. Yep.
So did you leave the flashers on the whole time?
When I was doing 75 in the mail truck?
Yeah. Did you leave the flashers on the whole time?
No, simply because they tell us to, when we're in like the neighborhoods and things like that, deliver mail, turn your flashers on so people know that you're going to be stopping and stop. And I'm thinking, people already know that anyway. It's a goddamn mail truck. Yeah, we're going to stop at every mail truck. We're going to stop at every mailbox. Of course that. They don't need, and plus it's a white truck with red, white, and blue stripes on it. It's a fucking shoebox on wheels. You can see the damn thing from way down the road. So, but anyway, but when we're on the highway, don't use the flashers because people get behind it. They have a tendency to say, oh, is he going to turn? Which way is he going? Which way is he going? You know, you could cause a wreck or some kind of shit like that. Who knows? But yesterday, I wasn't watching where I was going. And I just put the mail in a box, in one of the boxes, and I was driving off, and I was only doing about maybe 5-10 miles an hour to the next box. Watch where I was going. Next thing I know, I look up, and there is a tree with the branches hanging down just a little bit on the curb, you know, stuff like that. Well, this little mirror right here that sits out on the, just like that right there. See that little mirror? You got one mirror at the top, then you got one at the bottom. The one at the bottom is one of those is it concave or convex? The one that's out, you know, like rounded.
Convex.
Concave goes in, right?
Cave's like a cave.
Yeah.
Vex is the other one.
Just like port and starboard. Port's got 4 letters, and left has got 4 letters. Starboard's got whatever, and right has got whatever. So port
Correct.
is left. Anyway, yes. So this mirror, that branch or that tree branches hit that thing and just slapped that up because it pivots, smacked it right up against this door frame, busted out both of the mirrors and cracked my down windshield with that little window right there. See the little triangle window, which really has it don't open or close. It's just a little triangle window. So, oh wait, I got another mail truck for you. This is one that one of my co-workers made for me because I had an accident in the mail truck one time when I was throwing up. I also shit myself in the mail truck. And she had to drive after I got out of it.
She got dysentery, Tom.
There you go. But here's the thing, though. She took a trash bag and put it on the seat, though. Does that really help? No. It don't help with the smell. It might help with the touchy part. But where is it? Oh, here it is.
Rain nor sleet nor dark at night, Brian.
Well, let's not.
She
Before we
put
forget,
a
we do have a
clip in
giveaway
there.
to do before we forget totally.
Yeah, well, this is hot mail truck.
Oh, that's right. Yes. We're doing the giveaway for the what?
I just wanted to make sure we don't forget because I forgot.
Let's do it. Let's do it now.
About it.
Yeah, let's do it now because there's probably people that just came on here just for the giveaway. They don't want to see me. They just want a giveaway. What?
Well, I was going to do it an hour
76?
20 ago, Brian, but you started telling stories and just couldn't stop.
Man, I love stories, man. I got plenty of them. Dude. I also got that story. You ever tell you about that time I had my appendix taken out and I got a suppository for a painkiller? Now I'll tell you about that later. So anyway, be careful what you wish for. All right, what are we doing? Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. Come on. What are we doing? A Rec 76?
We were lucky enough to get a Rec 76 satin knife from GP Knives. So
awesome place.
You know, Brian, when we started this group, Tom and I noticed that there were a lot of people that had a lot of animosity towards the knife stores. And what do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Well, they'd be grumpy about the knife stores, and they'd say, "Well, this knife store never has anything new," or they'd say, "Well,
I got you.
this knife store has bad selection. This knife store, da da da."
Right.
When did the exclusives come out? They don't even tell
anybody.
When
When did the exclusives come out? I feel like I never know when the new stuff's coming out. Tom and I started making friends with the knife stores and inviting them in the group, and we started making friends with the knife
makers.
Thing. We invited them in the group. And you know what we decided? We decided that if the knife stores sell through their inventory, then they can reorder.
Right.
And they're gonna reorder what the group tells them that they want them to order. They're not going to reorder stuff that we don't want. So it's really in everybody's best interest that the knife stores have a flourishing business, because then you and me and Tom can buy more knives.
That's right.
So it's sort of self-serving. So we've managed to make friends with some of these knife stores, and they enjoy the group to the point where they give us free stuff to give away to the community. So this knife was donated by GP Knives, and it's obviously they get a little promotion out of it, right? We're talking about it, and a bunch of people entered, and everybody got to see the pictures, and so it serves their purposes. But also, you guys get to enter to win a knife, and free stuff's fun. So I'm glad we're able to do that. I'm thankful for the partnership with them, and that they're giving us things to give away. So that PM2 that's been pictured on the group, that was the knife, and 538 savages entered to win that knife. We got a bunch of entries. So Tom, I've got the list ready. If you want to bring up a random number generator, you can pick the number.
Make sure it's 12066. I'm just playing.
Okay, minimum 1, maximum 100,000, right?
That's right.
You want to share your screen so everybody can see you pick the number?
Yeah.
Am I surprised that people complain? Blake. Complain about what? Mail service or
about the sky, about oxygen? People complain about everything.
Ready?
Yes, Tom. Let's do it.
52018.
Recount. I'm just playing. Who's that?
52018. I'm looking.
Do y'all know who that? Do y'all know who that is, or y'all got just basically wait for the person to come in?
Oh no! So basically, when Jason created this giveaway, he made a Google form, which is just like a survey.
Right.
You put in your name. You put in between 0 and 100,000. You pick a number.
By the way, how many bottles of cologne do you have?
Well, we'll get to that. To that.
Okay.
So Brian, if you look right now, I've got every entry form here, and they're sorted from 1 to 100,000. So all
I got you.
All I got to do is scroll down till I get to the number.
Okay.
You believe it or not,
you did all this?
It took us a couple times to figure out how to do this efficiently.
Damn, man.
What was it, Tom? 52017.
52018.
18, yeah, 18.
52018. So you can see, Brian, we're going to go with Price is Right rules. So the highest without going over. So the highest without going over is 51723, and that is Bob Wyke.
Oh,
Tom, he was right on the cologne. More than 30.
That's right.
Ah, what? You got more than 30 bottles of cologne, dude?
Yeah, I counted.
He's got a 30-year supply,
Jason,
Brian.
I didn't know until
Wow.
Jason made the survey. I opened the survey up and I saw that question, so I came here and count. I have 32 in here and one in the back, so I have 33 bottles.
Oh.
I like you're pretty good with your ranges there. You got
anything worth doing is worth overdoing, Brian.
What?
Basically,
anything worth doing is worth overdoing.
I like them, but I've been hunting and hunting and hunting to find the one that my wife likes, and she finally likes one. So now I can stop.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have Polo Black?
No, I do not.
Try that one. I guarantee you, your wife will probably, she'll tear your ass up. She'll tear your ass up.
Sex Panther.
Who?
Ooh, Sex Panther.
Sex Panther. That sounds like a damn porno.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Oh, wait. Matt Parker was asking something about the. Oh, yes, it's rear wheel drive, no on stick, automatic.
When I was in high school, we found out that you could buy surplus mail trucks for $500.
No way.
My friends and I were all excited because that meant we could get cheap wheels.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, it'll be worn out and it's a mail truck, so it's going to be a piece of junk, but it's only $500. Maybe we should each get one and then race them.
Hey, speaking of racing, y'all seen that one on YouTube? The dude took a mail truck and put a freaking V8 in it with the Pro Charger on it and took it to the drag strip and ran like a 10-second quarter mile. Yeah. He didn't change anything on the inside of the. I mean, you open up the mail truck, you see your little table right there where you put your mail at, right-hand drive, fucked up vents for the heaters and shit like that. He didn't change none of that. He just took the engine out, obviously put some bigger tires on the back of it, and shot that summit down for 10 seconds, quarter mile. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would do that twice.
It's a Corvette. I think he said it was a Corvette engine or something. But anyway, it was a V8, but it had a Pro Charger on it. And yeah. Mm-hmm. But speaking of surplus, when you talk about the surplus mail trucks, you talking about the ones that look like an old Jeep?
No, just the leftover, worn out mail truck.
Okay, the ones like like this guy right here. Yeah.
No, after they get a million miles on them.
Exactly. Did you know these things have been in service since 1995?
I can tell.
Because on the inside,
didn't they just release new ones? Aren't you guys getting new ones that look really funky?
Well, they are. Yes, they're new ones that are coming out, and I don't know who the maker is. We were going to have a contract with Mercedes, but they decided they didn't want. And I'm serious when I say this, but they didn't want to have nothing to do with it or whatever. But I don't know who's the manufacturer of these new ones, but they are. Yeah, the windshield actually, if you look at all you gotta do is just Google up new mail truck and you'll see it. The windshield is a lot wider. The field of view, because this right now, I feel like I'm what's that where they use like little models and things like that? They're telling you it's like when they're having an investigation for a plane crash or something, plane coming in there. But anyway, so the mail truck, this little piece right here is a bad blind spot, and I mean bad. Reason I say that is because it's on this other side of you. When you're looking down the street or whatever, make sure you're not pulling out in front of nobody. You're looking out this window right here. Yeah. This right here, you can't see shit past this, and so you basically got to lean forward, just to make sure. And I look like 3 or 4 times now. I do, but when I first started, I didn't. But just over time, you get to. Saying, but the first time I didn't look I looked that way and I looked that way and I pulled out, there was a car right there, scared the living shit out of me. I was like, where the hell did this come from? And it was that blind spot right there. But these new trucks they're going to have bigger windshields. The hood is going to be like lowered.
Low, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
They're really ugly.
It is. It really is. What I think they should do, this is my thought, they should have I don't know if they're electric though, but they might be electric. if they are electric, and you've seen those Tesla stations, you know what I'm talking about, where the people plug in their Tesla cars. We're gonna have to have electric stations all like that in the back behind the post office. There's gonna be one son of a bitch that forgets to plug that son of a bitch in. I guarantee you. And he's gonna go out there and get his truck. He's like, damn, I didn't charge up my truck. Son of a bitch, you know. But anyway, but yeah, they're probably gonna have that. But
Amazon delivers everything with Rivian trucks around here.
now Amazon delivers their own packages in bigger cities, but they also bring them to us to deliver in the smaller cities, in towns. And yeah, man, sometimes. But yeah, that's another story in itself. Whenever they decide they want to bring them, sometimes they bring them in the mornings early, sometimes they don't. What's that say?
Oshkosh Defense is building them.
Oshkosh. Basset hound licks through bone. Everything reminds. My wife just sent me something. Anyway, she's always sending me little stuff and pictures and things. I forgot what I was saying. Huh?
Me too.
Yeah. That's where that finger flicked in bedroom. Ooh, yeah.
Brian,
Hey, I got you shining. What? Huh?
One time, this is a funny story. One time we were having a live stream. It was more of a Zoom call. We were doing a Zoom call with a bunch of people, and there was like 8 or 9 of us in the room.
What's in the cup?
There were 8 or 9 of us in the room, and one of the guys, his wife was laying on the bed behind us, and you could tell she was like half paying attention. She was waiting for him to be done so she could go to bed.
Coffee.
And I could tell she was kind of listening, but not really. So I just made a joke and I said, you know, most people tell me that I look like Chris Hemsworth. And I watched her do this, and she looked over.
Who's Chris Hemsworth?
He's Thor. Yeah.
Nah.
I know. I was joking, but I did it just to
I'll just play it.
Get her go. Yep. So a couple years later, when the coins came out with the pictures of Tom and I, he unwrapped his coins, and his wife saw that
he unwrapped his coins. That's funny.
And she's like, I remember him. I want that sticker.
You want what?
She took my sticker.
You want a sticker? Did you say sticker or thicker?
Sticker.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted it thicker.
I don't think you're out drinking coffee, Brian.
Yes, I am.
All right.
Oh shit! I spilled it on my damn laptop. Well, this ain't my laptop. This is my son's laptop. He ain't gonna need it anyway because his ass gonna be on a submarine. So what the hell does he need a laptop for? Yeah.
Did you guys see the news? Brian's son is joining the Navy, and he's going to be a submariner.
That's right, submariner. Yes, sir. Yep. He's going to be a missile technician, working on missiles and big ones. In the submarine community, it's the ballistic type. And let me tell y'all something about missiles. Y'all heard of Tomahawk missiles? You've heard of the Tomahawk missiles?
Yep.
When those Tomahawk missiles really got their recognition or got their claim to fame, so to speak, was with Gaddafi. Y'all remember Muammar Gaddafi? Y'all remember him?
Yeah, he's my buddy. We hung out.
Well,
he's in the group.
No shit.
Yeah, he collects out the fronts.
Microtext.
No shit. Anyway, is he? No, he's not. I'm gullible too, y'all. I mean, seriously, I'm gullible. Now, I like to talk a lot of shit, and I like to blow a lot of smoke. But man, if you tell me something, I'll believe it. I definitely will. I'm just that buddy. But to a certain extent, now, I mean, if you tell me there are like hobbits, at Circle K, and I'll be like, whatever, that kind of shit. But what do they drink and slur? Anyway.
Did you have a whimsical anecdote about Tomahawk cruise missiles?
Yes, I did. Let's get back to that. Those Tomahawks, when they're launched, you can put coordinates in that damn thing. That sumbitch will go from like house to house. I mean, if it's like, if it'll go to 1420, oh, nope, this ain't the right house. Turn around and go to the next house. Yeah, those things are real smart. Smart bombs. That's where they get it from, smart bombs. So that's what, you don't hear much about Gaddafi no more, or his son, actually. It was his son, I believe.
So, Tom, when you type in the address for where you want the Tomahawk to go, a little bot pops up that says, are you sure that you don't mean this address? And then it gives you the zip code with the extra zip code. and then you have to say yes.
That's right. Yeah, but you know what? Those
Like pirate ship
those
stuff.
extra 4 numbers at the end of the zip code. You know what they're
Brian,
for?
what's with that bullshit? Why do we have a zip code?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, a zip code is actually was invented for location, basically.
Yeah,
Is what it used for. Yeah, location. The last 4 numbers at the end of it, I don't know what the hell it is.
I'm told it's a route code.
It's a what?
Route code.
It could be. I don't know. I just
But I don't know why it'll ask you for your 5-digit zip code, and you type it in, and then it goes, "Did you need this?" And you go, "I don't know what those other 4 digits are."
Yeah, or it'll say like we would you like to use this address or like to use this? Yeah, why not? Hell, but here's the thing though. I'm wondering if using those 4 things is actually what's causing your packages to be delayed.
I don't know.
I doubt it.
It might
I
be
listened
because I
to
didn't
a
feel
really
like
good
doing it around
podcast
Walmart.
like a week ago or 2 weeks ago about the invention of the zip code. It was a NPR Planet Money podcast. It was really interesting, actually.
Yeah,
And
they had their own little mascot. His name was Zippy.
yes,
Yep.
and like how people adopted it, people were very resistant to adopting it. Like, so they came up with the idea and everything, but then implementing it was like very difficult to get people to like, I have to remember an extra 5 numbers besides my address. But now it's just standard. It was an interesting podcast. You should check it out.
Oh. So, but yeah, but see, stuff like that, like worthless information again, which is me, like, who the fuck gives a shit if his name was Zippy? Who cares? But I know this. I know that stuff. But there's going to be that one time when I'm like at a bar or something, and somebody's going to say, I'll give the first person $5 million. They can tell me who it is. And if I answer, I got $5 million. It's that kind of shit right there. That's why I know this stuff. Yep. I just ain't found the bar yet. Where's my drink? Oh, there it is. Oh, yes, it is coffee. Trust me, it is.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's coffee.
You say so.
And it's I use French vanilla for creamer. You know that international delight stuff?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's some
Very
good shit,
tasty.
man.
I call
Yeah, it
Dan
is.
Tan my international delight.
Hmm?
Dan Tan. I call him my international delight.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now that Dan, another guy, awesome guy. Seriously, man. Seriously. He
No
is,
doubt.
man. I would love to meet him one day. I would. As long as he keeps his damn dangerous ass bugs and insects and all that kind of shit from us, keep it down there. Don't bring that shit over here. They got, man, even houseflies will fucking kill you in Australia, dude. I mean,
He's
God almighty.
impossible. He's impossible when it comes to Blade Show. We'll be like, Dan, come to Blade Show. We'll go, yeah. Well, if I come to Blade Show, then I have to bring all my family. I have to bring 8 children and my wife. And if we come, then we have to see New York. And we also have to see Chicago. And we definitely need to see St. Louis. We got to go to LA. And I got to go to Miami. And everybody's going to want to go to Disneyland. But if we're going to go there, we may as well go to the Grand Canyon.
And bring
like,
about
hey,
20 Aborigines.
You
Bring them
just
too.
described 3 months worth of travel.
Mhm.
And it's going to cost you $250,000. And he's like, yeah, but there's no point in coming to America without doing all that. And I'm like, or you could just fly into Atlanta and see Blade Show and then fly home.
There you go.
You could just do that. And
Mhm.
but it always escalates into a big thing. He's got to bring a entourage with him.
And he wants to visit things that are not like adjacent. Like, I want to go to Blade Show and I want to go to Disneyland and I want to go see Niagara
Grand Canyon.
Falls.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll go to Banff.
Hey, have y'all been to the Grand Canyon? We actually, me and my wife, we got married. We decided we wanted to get married in Las Vegas, and so that's what we did. We went to Las Vegas, but we also went to the Grand Canyon. That place. Did you know there are some spots in the Grand Canyon where sunlight does not get to? Did you know that there is? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And did you know that I used to date a girl that had 11 toes? You know what her name was?
Lucky.
Janet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I don't know. Hey, what does a nearsighted gynecologist and a puppy have in common?
They both have wet noses.
Bingo! That's it. That's it. They sure do. Both have wet noses. Do you hear what about the flamingo?
Listen, in the comments, everybody's losing their damn minds about the mail trucks. No, my friends and I did not buy the mail trucks. I'm sorry. I don't know who won the race. I regret it to this day, and more so today. What mail? Oh yeah. Yeah. They all want to know. Did you buy the mail truck?
Wet nose. Jimmy said wet nose. Yep. Baby toe. Alan, baby toe. No. God, I gotta go back. I gotta go back and read all this shit, man.
That was an hour ago. So
Man. Yeah, we gotta go back and read all that stuff. But yeah, this is great, man. I mean, shit, I'm glad you guys invited me. I've always wondered, like when you invite people or when you have people on here, like the the Veros and what was her name from the hot one from GP Knives. Oh, I should have said that. What was her name?
You seemed real sweet on Sarah from Knife Hub.
No, I'll tell you what, man. Was it Knife Hub?
Yeah.
I thought it was GP Knives. Okay,
I had
yeah.
to read some of your comments.
No, yeah, it was. That's right. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, I said she's hot. HAWT. Yeah.
That was her.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, she is hot. Anyway, I always wondered, like when you guys get people on here and stuff like that, what do you guys? This is what I was thinking. Like when I first saw these, I said, do they have like a script that they go by or whatever? Or they said, we're going to ask you about this, we're going to ask you about that. But no, you guys just basically come on here and we just talk, and that's what we do. And I like this. This is pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
If we have a serious guest on that they're busy and they're like Tyler Pipes from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. He's running a massive business. He's got hundreds of employees. He's a busy person. So for him, we'll ask him some pre-interview questions like, what are some things you'd like to talk about? How much time do you have?
When we were on there, we were talking about that secret squirrel hush hush shit that we were talking about, right?
Right.
Yeah, about the ring lights. I should have said that.
When I talked to Jamie from GP Knives, she has many children at home, and she and her husband both run the knife store. And she was like, I'd love to be on the show, but 9 o'clock at Saturday, I'm done. It's too late for me. And we were like, okay, well, how about Thursday at 7? She's like, okay, great. So, we're able to work around the schedule of people. Eric Glesser's never going to be available on a Saturday, but if we can do 2 o'clock on a Wednesday, he can squeeze it in. So, sometimes we'll bend to them, we're agreeable to that.
Yeah, Jimmy, I'm probably going to have to pee here a little bit more too, because I take water pills. Somebody's running through me, man. And plus I'm drinking coffee.
Well, Brian, we've been going for an hour 41. That's a long time.
It is. What's the record?
Probably
Brian
3.5.
Brown. Yeah.
Oh, it's a what?
3.5 hours.
Oh my God. Who'd y'all talk to for 3.5 hours?
Brian Brown.
Brian Brown can talk.
Mr. 15V himself, huh?
No, Brian Brown Knives, BBK.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the BB. I thought you were talking about the one that's got the 15V. What's his name?
Sean Houston.
Huh? Brian Brown, Macy Yeager, designer, custom knife maker.
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead. I gotta get some. Ouch. Let me grab my other one. My other stash. And this, believe it or not, where's my little hot little bastard at? Is that you right there? Yep, that's you. Okay, look at this. Okay, number one, you know what it is.
It's a knife.
Yeah.
It's a Mannix.
Man, yeah. Thank you, Tom. Jason's got to be a smart ass. Okay, here we go. Let's move to coffee. All right, now. Fireside scales. These are the blue ones. The blue Terra Tough.
Yep.
They're okay. This is why I was saying, this is why I thought Brian Brown, because of the BBB, the little, this is a 15V, ain't it? Yes.
Yep.
This is a 15V with the little bear on it. The bear, everybody says, oh, if you look at it real close, it's a bear. I'm thinking, okay. Yeah, it's a bear.
His name is Sean Houston. He's known as Big Brown Bear.
That's it, Big Brown Bear. Okay, Sean, that's why.
If you met Sean, you'd be like, oh yeah, that nickname makes total sense.
Is he a big bastard?
Yeah.
Is he furry?
Not as furry as you.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? I
your arm anymore.
ain't that damn furry.
You're a lot less furry tonight because you shaved half your arm off. But
yeah, I did.
He's a big dude. Like he's like a I can pick your car up kind of guy. He's a big.
Oh my God.
Muscle bound.
Are his hands like as big as catcher's mitts? Like.
Tom said later that he mostly just wanted to hug him.
Did he really?
Oh yeah, he wanted to hug me a lot. And
did y'all want to like groom each other?
No.
Okay, don't do that shit.
He's very happy, very smiley, big, large man.
Yeah. Yep. But this is what I was talking about. And as far as like I thought y'all were talking about Brian, that guy. But 3 hours, that's a lot. That's a long time. But yeah.
We also
That's
have
not what-
Sean Houston. I'm trying to get Sean back. Sean has some things he wants to get
Who,
taken
Sean
care of.
Reese?
No, Sean Houston, Triple B.
Oh,
Triple B.
Sean. God, we got too many Seans. We got too many Seans, too many Toms. Only got one Jason. We got a couple. Got a couple of Browns. What's that?
This is a Brian Brown Jaeger.
Oh, okay. It kind of reminds me of a gangster's Cadillac.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, how dare you? That is Damascus.
No, I'm talking about the shape of the knife. I'm not talking about the knife. What now? Now explain to me, what is Damascus? Is Damascus a type of steel or is it a pattern?
It's two steels that are not the same alloy.
And they're folded over.
That are made in a sheet like this, and then they're folded and they're folded and they're twisted and they're folded.
Like a samurai sword?
Yeah. And then
like
when
a
you're
katana.
Done, when you're
but
done,
a katana's not Damascus. Anyway.
And when you're done, you acid etch it.
Mm-hmm.
And what will happen is one of the steels will corrode faster than the other, and you end up with a pretty pattern.
Cool.
Yeah.
So now, okay. Now, what is Damascus?
Damascus is titanium.
Mm-hmm.
And it's two different alloys of titanium.
Oh. Flipping. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I got something. It's and
it's the same concept. You take two different alloys of titanium and you mix them together like Colby Jack, and then you end up with titanium that's pretty. Yeah.
Well, you can't really. There you go. That's it. I won this clip from RGT off of their Instagram giveaway, and this is my little Sabenza.
Yep.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
How do I like
How do you
Sabenza?
like it? Yeah,
I like it. I really do. Now the only thing is that it came with the single-sided thumb stud.
Yeah.
But I got with what's the guy's name that makes these thumb studs? Somebody help me out here. Somebody say it in the chat. Well, who makes the thumb studs that are double-sided, and he also does Damascus thumb studs. If you said his name, I'd say, yep, that's him. But ain't nobody said his name. What's the time record? Oh yeah, okay. Justin, yes, I see it. Carl M. Justin, that's it. Justin David, bingo. That's him. Jimmy Massey got it too. Yes, this one only came with the just the right-sided one, and so I wanted to get a double-sided one. And here's Ryan Acevedo again. Ryan Acevedo is he's like my Google. Put it that way. I got any questions about knives or anything like that, I'll say, hey, Ryan, what's this, that? And he's always got a damn answer. Always. Smart guy, man.
You calling Private Ryan?
I don't know if I know who Ryan Acevedo is.
I know. I'm looking him up right now so I can see his picture.
Ryan Acevedo? Oh, my God.
I know his last name, but I want to see what his profile picture is.
I think it's of the LA Kings because he's a big hockey fan. And now I also think he's at one of the games, too. He loves LA. Is that him? That's not him.
It says Ryan Acevedo.
There's two Ryan Acevedos. No, seriously, there is. I
can't say that's a last name I've heard before. That's pretty.
Yeah, Ryan Acevedo. I want to say he's got
his
the LA
picture. His
Kings
messenger can be different than his picture on Facebook.
Well, I mean, hold on a second. I'm gonna. Well, I'd have to lock. Well, let me see. I haven't used. Y'all know when's the last time I used a laptop? Oh my God, it's been forever and a day. I ain't bringing up Facebook on this thing because I don't even know what my damn password is for Facebook because I got that automatic shit.
There's a really good post on the group a minute ago.
Of what? What? What is that?
FFIB with Brian Rhoden has been the funniest live I've ever seen. Dude is hilarious.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll be here all night. I'll be signing autographs, and I probably won't be mailing them through the Postal Service. Shit takes too damn long. The hell's wrong with these people? Now I can't find my damn YouTube anymore. Son of a bitch.
Brian used the laptop. Sherman was still in Vicksburg.
What Sherman? You talking about Sherman in Civil War?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah, that's that was a long time ago. But yeah, that is probably about the last time I used a laptop. But believe it or not,
Northern Aggression.
That's right. Yeah. Believe it or not, though, I built computers. I didn't build them. I get the parts. Put it that way. I get the parts like the motherboard, the RAM, the video card, the sound, all that kind of shit, you know, and the processor and the heat sinks and all that kind of stuff, and the fans and the sleeving for the cable management, all that kind of stuff. And I buy a case and I put it all together and bam.
Was that back when they were known as multimedia?
No, that's back when they were known as computers, genius.
Well, they were, no, it was a buzzword for a while, multimedia.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. When they came
Like,
to see
is that like multitasking?
No, it meant that it played sound and video.
Ooh. Really?
Adam McCoy said that he had cloned accounts.
Who does?
Ryan Acevedo.
Does he really?
What if you're talking to a Nigerian scammer all this time? And he is Google. He's just using Google to answer all your questions.
Yeah. Or
then
AI.
Then
People
I would have to
with AI all the time in the member applications.
Right.
I need to
Ryan's
find
talking
that
to Grok and doesn't even know it.
How do you find out about that? How do you get somebody to admit that they're a scammer?
They'll call you sir, and that's a pretty good sign.
Yes.
They use commas instead of periods.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, their grammar sucks.
They keep
write
asking for gift
dollars,
cards.
$$ sign after the number if you ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually, it's funny you should say that because several years ago, somebody was like sending. I don't know how they got in touch with us, but anyway, it's like they were trying to sell us a boat, and they were in somewhere up north and everything like that. But we played along with it, you know, trying to get them to bring us the damn boat or whatever. But yeah, I think they eventually got tired of us fucking with them and realized. But anyway, but I've also done where somebody, you ever have a wrong number call you up and you say, "I'm sorry for wrong number," you know, they'll hang up. Nah, I talked to a guy for 30 minutes before I told him it was the wrong number one time. Yep. He called me up. I was delivering mail, and he says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm at work." He says, "You working on whatever day it was?" I said, "Yeah, you didn't know it." He says, "You never told me you were." I said, "Yes, I did. I told you the other night." "No, you didn't." And we just keep going on and on. I said, "So where are you at?" He says, "Oh, I'm out here doing da. He says, "So so how you been?" I said, "I've been, you know, keep going on stuff like that." He says, "Where you at now?" I said, "Millersville." He said, "Huh?" This is about 27 minutes into it. Millersville. I said, "Yeah, Millersville, Georgia. You know, Georgia Military College, South Georgia College State University. I'm delivering mail. I'm a mailman." "You're a mailman? Who the hell is this?" I was like, "Oh man, you had the wrong number, dude." He's like, "Well, I appreciate talking to me." I was like, "No problem. Bye, bitch." That's what I do. That's what I do. And then, yes, there's going to be comments in there. "So that's why the mail's late, because you're talking to people that you don't know." I was like, "Yeah, I do. All the time. All the time."
I think your postmaster in the emo meeting was right.
I'm sorry?
Your postmaster in the emo meeting, he was right all along.
Oh, about why we're late? Yeah, why we're late. Yeah. But no, seriously, though, you know, talking about deliver mail and things like that, I pretty much know. Well, I went to school with a lot of people on my route because I'm from this area. I grew up. I didn't grow up in this town. The town that I grew up in is 12 miles north of here, but we're in the same county. And so, you know, we went to the same schools and stuff like that here in Nashville. So, but there's this old guy who, man, he's passed away since now. But I didn't realize who he was. But you know, when I'm delivering mail, and I'm driving up to this mailbox, you know, and I see the person that lives there, they're standing out by the mailbox, you know, and they're holding something in their hand. It looks like a letter. I said, "Okay, they're trying to give me mail, you know, to drop off whatever." And so anyway, I get up there, and his name was Ronald Dixon. And I said, and I knew he was. I mean, you know, because it has his name on his mail. I said, "Hey, Mr. Dixon, how's it going?" He starts. This is what he does. Oh my God, I should have known better, but I didn't. But he grabs a hold. Okay, my door's open. Okay, here we go again. This is.
Where did he touch you on the truck?
He what?
Where did he touch you on the truck?
He touched my no spot. No, I'm just playing. He grabbed a hold of the mirror right here.
Yeah.
And he puts his foot down here on this little running board thing, right? So he's holding on like this. I said, "Oh shit, what the hell's going on?" He starts to talk and starts to tell me about all the medications that he takes, all the medications that his wife takes, how many laps around the block makes a mile, where they went on their honeymoon, how many grandkids they got, the names of the grandkids they got, not to mention the cat that he's got. He starts telling me about all this stuff. 20 minutes later, I can't drive off because he's got a hold of my damn mail truck. And I'm thinking, God, I got to go. You know, because we're on a time schedule thing. And so, but that's what happens. But I do it all the time with all my customers and stuff. They know who I am. And some of these people, that's the only conversation that they get is the mailman. Because, you know, when they're getting a certain age, their kids don't want to come see them no more. You know, their neighbors don't want to have nothing to do with them, you know, and so they talk to the mailman. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do. I just make people happy. But I don't have anybody in my area that deals with knives. I've yet to deliver a package from River's Edge Cutlery or Cutlery Shop or DLT Trading or Smoky Mountain Knife Works anywhere on my route. Nobody deals with knives. And I only have at one time I only have one guy who lives on my route that's into RCs. Matter of fact, I got him into RCs. And of course I went to school with his brother. His name's Dustin Kelly. But he and I got the RCs going. You know, I got him into RCs and everything like that. So, but he went with Red Cat as well, because I had a Red Cat landslide. And but I like Armas now. Don't get me wrong, I like the Typhons. So.
Yeah. Armas, if you're into RC cars, they're killer cars.
Armas, have you got yours set up to where you have got all the aftermarket parts on it to like the bar that goes from the rear tower to the front tower to keep it from bending and all that shit?
I have 2 Armas that are EXBs, which means they have every single part on them from the factory. And I put the biggest motor and the biggest ESC in them, and they're bulletproof. I love them.
Right. What Armas because I know there was the Typhon. I like the Typhon now. That's the one I've always wanted to get, but I don't have it, the buggy type or whatever. But there's the other ones. I can't remember what they are though.
I have a Creighton and a
That's it.
An Italian.
Oh, Italian and a Creighton. That's it. Yeah. But I got the landslide, and you talking about changing out the ESCs and all that kind of stuff. I started getting into that too with mine, and I didn't take into consideration about KV voltages and shit like that. When you go to change out like your ESC and your motor, you got to make sure that ESC can handle the KVs coming out of that motor, because you can burn some shit up. Well, not to mention you also got LiPo batteries in there that once they catch on fire, they explode. What's the birthday? What the fuck, man? What's that?
Do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again. Let me see. Where'd it go?
You did it with your fingers.
You did.
I didn't do nothing.
Whatever you just magically did with your hands made that happen.
Tom, show him the thumbs up.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh,
see?
Brian.
Oh, look at that. That's just sparkly. Anyway, I didn't take into consideration about the KVs, and I put a bigger motor in my landslide, and I'm out there doing freaking donuts. That's like spinning, all of a sudden smoke starts coming out the bottom of it. And I was like, oh my God, it melted the ESC wire, it melted the wire, all that kind of stuff. But the guy that I was in real cool with, his name was I forgot, Carl, oh my God, I can't remember his last name. Carl Steven, something or another. Anyway, he was, huh?
I know Carl.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Okay. You might. Hell, I don't know. Small world. But he's an authorized Red Cat dealer. But anyway, we're not talking about Red Cats. We're talking about knives. Let's talk knives. But we're working on, y'all, whenever y'all want to call it. Oh, what's that?
This is what I've been carrying.
But those are Aramis scales. You are the king of Aramis scales.
At one point, I owned 17 or 19 sets of them.
Damn.
But I've sold a lot of them since then. Now I still have a lot, but like half that many.
You know, at one point I owned like 17 Mannix 2s. I used to be into Mannix 2s big time. I had both of the M390. No. Yeah. What the hell's the name of that damn steel? Is it the M390?
There's 35 steels, Brian. You're gonna have to name it yourself.
No, I'm talking about the M1. M390?
M4? M390?
Nope. Yeah, M390. I have both of the M390s, the DLC and the Satin, on the Mannix 2 that had the brown scales.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch. I had like 5 20 CV ones, and I was like, why have I got all these? And I sold them. So I don't really have a lot of Mannix 2s, but I do have this baby right here, which is that 204P from Knife Works. You know, the one that Knife Works just released not too long ago.
Yep.
I hadn't changed anything on this except for the ball cage lock. I threw a titanium one on there, and of course a old Licks clip. I threw that on there.
So you didn't change anything.
Well, I mean, you know, like I mean, look at this one and look at this one for instance. No,
those green scales are really good. I like that.
All right, Brian. Brian, serious question.
This one.
Don't you agree that the Mannix 2 needs more jimping?
Yes.
I feel like they could squeeze a few more jimps in it somewhere.
Yes, especially going back this way because when you got you want jimping in the palm of your hand too.
It's got that too.
Yeah, it does on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, and it's got it down here on the bottom.
Yeah.
Now that you said that, I didn't even notice that. But yeah, there's jimping on the bottom too.
Yeah. Yeah, they thought of that. But I feel like they could squeeze. They need to add some, right?
Somewhat. Look, they even got it right there in the choil.
Yep.
They got it on.
You know what? Now I need to quit looking for jimping in this shit. Yeah, but yeah,
you know
they need to add some.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of jimping, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah. And what the hell is a jimp? What is a jimp?
So one of those little notches there.
I know. But I just never. Who thought of that? Who thought of calling it?
Nothing fancy. It was nothing fancy.
Oh, I've seen his channel. I've seen his channel.
That's where I learned what jimping is from Nothing Fancy on YouTube. That was like when I started getting into knives. Was Nothing.
Do y'all know who I like? Who I like to watch on YouTube the best though?
None of them. You. I like watching you.
No. I don't even keep up with my channel anymore. I need to start uploading some more stuff. But the one I'm talking about is oh Jesus, it's a beautiful thing. What's his name?
Cedric Aneda.
No.
Nick Shabazz.
Nick Shabazz, yeah. It's a beautiful thing, yeah.
He was our first guest we had on the show, and we were not very good at doing the show yet. But Nick is a friend I've been with, like he's been around forever. He got me really into Spyderco, and so I always followed his channel.
He's really, really good. He reminds me of Mo on The Simpsons, of course. You know, Mo's bar. That's how he reminds me of when he talks, you know. But I don't watch it just to hear him talk. I watch it because his information he's got on knives is pretty good. This is that Magna Cut one that I dyed the scales.
I find that Nick has very good taste in knives, and the things that he's particular about are the things that I'm also particular about. So our tastes match up quite often, which I appreciate. Do
y'all find yourselves, if you want to, let's just say, make another purchase or whatever of a knife or whatever, do you find yourselves looking for it on YouTube to find reviews on it, see what people are talking about, see how people are saying, what people are saying about it?
I just sit in the group. I just hear what people are saying in the group.
Like, in the group, yeah. But I mean, it's like, you know, it's like anything else. You know, everybody's got their own opinion. So, you know, everybody's going to say, well, you know, it's going to be different. You know, it'll be different from the, you know, from when you get it and whatever. But you just basically got to make your own opinion about it. But I also like to hear what other people are saying about it. Not that I base everything that I buy off of, you know, what other people are saying. But
I don't have anybody on YouTube that I trust, that I like, that I go to. I find that too often the content's juvenile. Like it's driven to be clickbaity, or they're controversial on purpose, or their criteria is bullshit, and the way that they evaluate a knife is bullshit, or they have a high horse that they ride in at the beginning of the video, and then they find ways to make it true. And I just don't respect any of the ways that a lot of these guys look at knives. And that's not to say all of them, right? Not all of them, but a lot of these guys, their content is just terrible. Like I watched a knucklehead review, the most expensive Kunwu available. The most expensive. It's a Vanix blade, and it's an integral handle, and he was complaining that it weighs too much. And then he was mad at the price. And then he was mad that the box had a dent in it. He spent the first 3 minutes of the video complaining there was a dent in the box. And I was just like, how's the knife? Is the knife okay?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And how do you getting mad at an integral handle weighs too much? It's an integral. And he started he started comparing it to other knives like a Mannix 2 that's a standoff knife. It's not the same thing. Like, you're not even making sense. It's like complaining that a horse isn't a cow. Like, what are we doing here? So there's a lot of those knuckleheads out there that put out this garbage content, and it's not compelling.
I'm still thinking about the horse and the cow thing.
Well, you can't make a cat a dog. They're just not the same thing, right?
No, they're not. No.
Why are you mad your cat's not a dog? Why are you mad?
Wait a minute, they had a cartoon like that. What they call Cat Dog or Dog Cat? What was that?
Right.
That's a cartoon.
I just showed my daughter Ren and Stimpy today, and she didn't understand it.
Dude, Ren and Stimpy is some raunchy shit, man.
She was mad about. I found it when I was 9. So she'll be.
Don't whiz on the electric fence. Boom. Yeah, shit like that.
Anyway, there's a lot of the content, just in my opinion,
everybody loves a log. Everyone needs a log. Yeah.
At least Cedric and Ada, Pete over at Cedric and Ada is putting out sort of an objective cut test, which is compelling, and then his content's funny. So I love watching his stuff. But beyond that, I used to love Nick Shabazz more. Lately, I feel like he doesn't like knives to the degree he used to. It feels like he's like a little jaded, and I miss the old Nick that was excited about knives. I hope he finds excitement in his knives again.
Yeah, I tell you, there's somebody, happy, joy. That's right. I said, yeah, the old Ren or Stimpy. I mean, Stimpy, he's the one that had the nose goblins too. He had the collection of the nose goblins.
I picked them myself.
Yeah. Yes, Flossie Carter. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of him. He does a lot of electronic reviews on like earbuds, cell phones, speakers, stuff like that. He's good as far as like you talking about. You don't have people that you like, but he is one of them that I'll watch if I'm wanting to buy. Like, okay, here, look, I'll show you what. See that right there? I've been going through. This is my little Ziploc bag. These are my earbuds that I keep. The other ones I don't really listen to them, like Sennheiser, Soundcore, Soundpeaks.
Tom, he gets those free in the mail.
No. Yeah, I look at where they're sending it from, and I'm thinking, oh, that might be some earbuds, and then I'll take my trusty little, and they're earbuds, and I'll keep them, and then I'll scan them as delivered, and then the postmaster said, hey, this so and so said that they did it. I said, yeah, well, I put it in the box. Well, my letter carrier said he put it in the box. Maybe you should take some.
He's kidding.
Yes, I am kidding. I'm not. Yeah, I don't steal any. No. What are these edifiers? Oh yeah, look a little bit.
What do people actually steal out of the mail? Like, what is the most common thing?
It's funny you should say that. I worked with a woman when first started in 2006. She was a rural carrier. Those are the ones that drive their own vehicles and they ride, out in the country or whatever. What she would do.
Hold on, Brian. I have to translate for Tom. He said rural, but he sounded like rule. Tom, not a rural carrier. He's a rural carrier.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Continue, Brian.
It's like the one on that movie with Tom Hanks where he's trying to stop the mailman that comes by and he's laughing. The mailman's in the truck laughing, and he tries to, what was that movie? The Money Pit, I think.
No,
he was a rural carrier. Anyway.
No, that was Funny Farm with Chevy Chase.
Funny Farm. You're right.
How dare you?
Chevy Chase. Money. There was a Money Pit, or no? Was it with Tom Hanks?
Money Pit was a tremendously unfunny movie, except when the tub falls through the ceiling.
And he gets stuck with the rug because, and his wife comes in there and he's like, where are you at? Where are you at? His little feet are up there dangling in the rug. Yeah, I remember that part. Anyway, let's get back to the rural carrier. She would find these packages because in the mornings, they sort all the packages into little hampers and stuff. She would go through and figure out which ones were medicine. And it's easy to do because when you shake it, it sounds like damn pills, And so she would get out on her route and she would scan them all as delivered and give them to her husband, and they would steal it basically. And this is before they had the GPS locators in the scanners like they got now. Now they could when I was like I was saying earlier, when you scan a package as delivered, it's got the GPS in there, and the supervisors can bring it up, and it shows like a Google map with a little pin drop, and it shows exactly where that was scanned as delivered. And if it ain't nowhere near the address where it's supposed to be, then you got a problem. You got to figure out, okay, what's this letter carrier doing? Why is he scanning a package delivered a mile away from the mailbox?
So that's a good takeaway for everybody watching. If you believe that your package was stolen, go see your postmaster at the local post office. Give them the tracking number. They will be able to tell you where it was geotagged at the time it was scanned.
Exactly.
If it was not scanned in front of the house, then
that's right. Yep. Now, that is if your postmaster is willing to talk to you. Because there are some.
That's fair. Because I have a post office 6 miles from my house, and I have one that's 3 miles from my house. 3 miles, they're amazing. Amazing. The 6 mile one, they're mean as shit.
Yeah. I don't understand that, because I mean, these people that, like the meme, whatever, they should realize that, and a lot of people, and this is another myth too. A lot of people will say that, well, you shouldn't be so mean to me because I pay your taxes or whatever. No. You don't pay for the Postal Service's taxes or anything like that. But people think that. But it's just all about, just showing people respect. And that's a lot of things. There's a lot of that's going around right now that people just don't. They don't give a shit about anything. And it's not just the Postal Service.
No.
Go to a drive-through. Go to a drive-through and tell me how many times your order was correct. And like, so let's just say you go to Wendy's, all right, and you order a double cheeseburger, but you only want mayonnaise and pickles on it. You get that son of a bitch, have bacon, cheese, horseradish, whatever on it. And then it's like, you look at a hamburger and they want you to move through the line, because they're timed. There's a little timer above that window that you're supposed to be there. The customers don't want you there any longer than that time. But anyway, so you're looking through your hamburger and you think, oh, the guy, and then you try to give it back to them. Something wrong with your hamburger. Say, yeah, damn it, I didn't want all this shit on there. You ain't gotta be so damn rude. That kind of shit like that. You want to take the hamburger and shove it straight up their ass sideways. That's what you want to do. And then you want to ask them, say, hey, do you see any fucking pickles on this damn thing? And they'll say, no. And so, but yeah, they're rude and they don't care about their job. And it's just like that. It's just like that in the Postal Service too.
Yeah. Comedian
Except we don't have pickles. We don't have pickles in the Postal Service.
Extra mayonnaise. Comedian Adam Carolla says that no mayonnaise means extra mayonnaise.
Where's he at?
He's not here right now.
Oh, I thought he was in the chat.
No, sadly.
Oh,
Tom, I take it back. That's our guest that we want. We want Adam Carolla. He taught us everything we know about how to do a show.
It's true. He is.
What are you being sarcastic or are you being for real?
I've listened to the Adam Carolla show starting. He used to be a radio host, and then the show got canceled when his station got bought, and he started a podcast. And he was Joe Rogan before Joe Rogan, I guess, before podcast.
Oh, okay. Hey, there's not even a delay in this when I'm talking to you guys. I just found 2 hours and 12 minutes later. I just noticed that shit.
You could say there's a 2 hour, 12-minute delay on that insight.
I mean, you can't put nothing past me, hell, I see everything, But 2 hours and 12 minutes later, I realized that it's almost like we're talking on the phone. Technically, we are with the video. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Well, we learned that Brian's the world's most dangerous man with an incorrectly dressed hamburger.
Yep. Don't ever mess my hamburger. Don't mess my hamburger. Now I'll climb through that damn drive-through window and choke the shit out of somebody for a damn piece of bacon.
Now I want bacon.
Oh, you were vegan? For real? How does that work?
How's what work?
How does
like
what
if
work?
you're a vegan, how does that work? You don't eat meat, right?
It doesn't work well. We know that.
I mean,
if you're a vegan, you don't eat anything from animals. So you don't eat milk or cheese or eggs either.
Right. So, I think I'd be okay with coffee though, right? Or is there some kind of animal in South America that shits coffee beans?
Well, you can't have your creamer because it's got cream.
Milk, so you're okay.
That creamer is not real.
No, it's made out of gasoline.
Yes, kerosene,
jet fuel.
Yep. There's something else I was going to talk about: kerosene, jet fuel. I can't remember. I was going to ask you guys a question about something about it was knife related.
That would be possible.
There's the thought.
Huh? What?
I said that'd be a change, I guess, for the show.
Hey, okay. Let me. Okay, so I'm the guest here. Let me ask you guys some questions. Okay. Real quick. I mean, I know we've been doing this for 2 hours and 15, almost 15 minutes, 2 hours, 14 minutes. Do you guys, let's just say you get your knife, right? Let's just say it is a mini, let's just say it's a Vero Impulse, right? Vero, kind of like,
very specific.
Kind of like this one right here. Ta-da, see that one? Yeah.
I've owned one.
That's the Impulse. This is not the XL. I think this is just a regular Impulse.
That's a Synapse.
They mostly call that a Synapse.
That's a Synapse.
I knew that. I knew it. Look here. It's 11. Yeah, that's why. A Synapse. Yeah, you're right.
We can just use the Synapse as the example. It works.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I can't put nothing past you guys. You guys are too smart. That was a test. That was a test. So anyway, so let's just say this Synapse right here, right? I wouldn't know if you would modify. You could find any ways to modify it, but did you guys modify any of your knives, or you leave them off stock?
If I don't love it and I intend to sell it, then I leave it alone. If I love it and I think I'm going to keep it forever, then I'll modify it.
Now Tom, he's got the scales, the Aramis scales. What's the other one that for the Para 3 lightweight, or is it the Sage 5? What are those that you got for Sage 5s?
I have some AWT scales. No,
not the AWT. It's the other one.
Rips Garage Tech.
Nope.
No, you said it out. My other Sage has dyed scales.
It's the one where the scales match the clip. Not Aramis. I can't really go. I can't really use my phone, because if I use my phone, I can tell you where it's at. Because I got bookmarks for all these.
I have like every brand of scales. Like I have them all.
So some of my knives, Brian, I'll anodize them. Some of them I'll take the stone washed parts and I'll hand rub them until they're satin.
I got you.
Sometimes I'll like on a Chris Reeve. I own like 11 Chris Reeve knives. All of them I've modified the lock bar, and I've taken out the garage door grease, and I've changed it over to Gunny Glide.
Right.
You know? So I tend to tinker with them, but it's rare that I buy a knife
Not
and I don't take it apart. I
I
almost always take it apart the moment I buy it, because I want to get down in it and look at it and figure it out, and it's part of the enjoyment to me.
Yeah, but it's like shit. What was I gonna say? I never forgot. Y'all talking about the Chris Reeves. The Chris Reeves. Yeah, it's like, you ever go to have you been on the Chris Reeves website, the group? I can't remember which one it is, but man, if you modify one, oh boy, people go nuts, man. They said, "Why are you doing this? What you know?" Oh, they don't like that shit. Imagine what they would do if Jake Mack showed them his the one made out of damn meteorites.
There's two old bastards. There's two old bastards that run that group, and they decided years ago that they would never allow any modifications to knives, and that's just a rule that they have in that group. It's not Chris Reeve, it's not the company. It's just those two knuckleheads that run it. And
no, that's what I'm talking about. People in the group, they're the ones that say, "Oh my God, you did that to that knife."
The sycophants of all of those two knuckleheads are the ones that continue the rule. But in the other Chris Reeve groups, you'll notice you can find customizations.
It is Jake. It's Jake Mack. It is Jake. This guy, the one made out of meteorites.
Yeah, he's got a meteorite one.
He's also got the ones that are like aircraft themed, like the F4 Phantom and the P-51 Mustang. And he's the one that flies around in a tanker in the Air Force. Jake Mack.
Yep.
Yeah. He's my sweetheart. Not really. But yeah, everybody's my sweetheart. So
knives really bring people together, don't they, Tom?
They do, man. I tell you what, in more ways than one.
Love's in the air.
Do you love to get something straight between you?
Truth.
Yeah, my dogs are barking outside. But so anyway, so what's I don't know, guys. If y'all want, whenever y'all want to call it, I mean, if you decide that, damn, Brian, it's time for you to shut up and go to bed. Fine.
Well, are there any other questions you had for us?
Yeah.
Me? Okay, other than modifying your knives.
What would a member want to know about Tom and I?
Huh?
What would a member want to know about Tom and I?
Me being the member.
Yeah.
Let's just say I'm your
You're the
standard.
voice-
I'm your
You're the voice of the
member.
community at the moment.
And
Yeah,
I
there
see
you
you
go.
guys, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, I want to ask them a question. Have you always lived in Portland, Oregon?
I'm from Eugene, Oregon.
Really?
Yeah, where U of O is.
Mhm.
And then I lived on a farm. And then
Mhm.
when I turned 18, I went to Oregon State, which is in Corvallis, which is a little town between Portland and Eugene. And then after that, I moved back to Eugene for a little while, and I've been in Portland now for 15 years since then.
I got a guy that I was in the Navy. He was on my first ship with me. His name is Bob Vestal, and he is from.
Bob.
Do you really?
No.
Stop it! You said I told you I was gullible. Anyway, Bob is from, I believe he's from Elmira. Is there Elmira?
Yeah, it's a little town near Eugene.
Yeah. He is so funny. Bob's so cool. But remember about the loan officer I was telling you about from Portland?
Yeah.
Remember I was telling you about that earlier?
Yeah.
About 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
When I was in the Navy, I was stationed in Bremerton, Washington, which is right outside of Seattle, Washington. And so me and my friend Bob Vestal and another guy named Buzz, Louis Perez. He's from Boston.
Louis.
Yep. No, you don't. You probably do. Yeah, you might. But anyway, we decided to go down to Portland for the weekend. That's what I made. That's I just got a divorce, and so my ring, I threw it off of the what's that bridge in Portland?
There's 9 of them.
No shit. For real?
Yeah.
I only know of one of them.
The river goes to the middle of the city. There's like a bridge. Boom, 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 boom. There's a bunch of bridges.
So, but it's the Columbia River, right?
It's the Willamette River.
I knew that. Where the fuck the
Columbia
River
is,
come from?
it connects with the Columbia, right?
Columbia is the bigger river.
Yeah,
That's the one
that goes through Portland is the Willamette.
No. This is the Columbia. I think it was the Columbia because I remember throwing I threw my ring out the window, right out the window. It went off the bridge. So yeah, it was a cheap ass ring anyway. But that's my story about Portland. That's the one that she sorted the tequila and put her head through the wall. So yeah.
Can we get her on the show?
Oh my God, I'd love to. She probably got a whole bunch. Yeah, there's one time when there was a bunch of water in the bathtub.
You just want to know if I live in Portland?
Huh?
That's all you got? You just want to know if I lived in Portland?
Yeah, but she lived in Beaverton, Oregon. You know where that's at?
The
Yeah,
suburb.
of course you do. Of course you do.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a big suburb. It's next
They
door.
sell a lot. They got one road in Beaver or highway in Beaver. Got nothing but car dealerships on both sides, all the way down. There's a lot.
They do.
Yeah, they do. But and then there's and Jason, you're in Ohio, right?
No, I live in the Indianapolis area.
That's near Ohio.
Sure.
No, Indianapolis. Okay. I went. It's Indiana, ain't it? Yeah. I rode through Lafayette on my motorcycle, going up to Milwaukee.
Yes, I went to Purdue University, and it's in West Lafayette, Indiana.
You went to Purdue?
I went to Purdue.
You were a Boilermaker. I'll be damned. Holy crap, man, that's pretty cool. What exactly is a Boilermaker?
They build boilers.
Wow. Ooh, damn. I gotta write that down. Shit. Anyway. But now it's y'all got any questions about the mail or anything, or you know why that you don't have to lick stamps no more, but if you want to lick some, I could give you some that'll lick.
Brian, the biggest thing I want to help everybody in the group understand is that they can order supplies from USPS.com.
Yes, they can. They sure can.
And a man like you, as funny and witty and charming as you, will bring them to their house and leave them at the front door.
That's
and then
right.
they can have supplies. And they don't have to wait in line at the post office to go
That's
get
right.
a box and then beg
That's
them
right.
and then have them go, well, what are you mailing? I'm mailing
Exactly.
a knife. You can actually have the packages sent to you, and then you can make your own box at home. Is that a problem? You guys don't mind, right?
No, we don't mind. But one thing you have to understand when you order these things, that when you order one, it's not one box, you're ordering one pack.
Correct.
So one pack has like, I think 5 or 10 boxes in it or something like that. He's going to show us. There you go, like that. No, wait. That's the small flat rate box, right?
They come 25 at a time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, when you order, if let's just say you want 5 of those, there's already 5 in that one pack. Don't order 5 packs because you're going to get 5 times 25. So you're going to get quite a bit of them. We get people that order those as well that are moving, and they use them for moving boxes. Yeah, you got those too. Now, those envelopes that he's got right there, you can't tear that shit. Try to tear it. You can't.
Tyvek.
Yeah, exactly.
Building
That's
wrap.
some good stuff right there, man.
Their
Now,
house is probably wrapped in it under the siding. It's a waterproof membrane that can breathe. It's called Tyvek.
sounds like a frog.
Tyvek?
Speaking of frogs, y'all remember Michigan J Frog?
I know Michigan.
No, but do you remember Michigan J Frog on the Bugs
No.
Bunny show? You don't remember
No.
that? Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello,
His
my
name was
raccoon. Yeah.
Michigan J Frog.
Michigan J Frog. That's right. Google it. Yep, Michigan J Frog. Most famous frog in the world. I found frogs in mailboxes when I opened them up. There's a damn rain frog in there. So, yeah. And I look at it and I'm waiting on it to sing, but it won't. Spiders, snakes. Anyway, back to Tyvek. Why is there always a debate in the group about somebody mailing a knife and it's the way they got it packaged? There's always somebody. There's always somebody that says something, and it's all. And one of you two will always put up a link of a video y'all did like 4 or 5 years ago on how to mail it, how to wrap it, and it's great. I mean, it's a good. It's a
I
good
can tell
video.
you. Here's what's going on, Brian. People will take a knife that they want to mail because they sold it on the internet.
Ooh, that's pretty. What was that?
It's a Koenig. People will take a knife that they've sold on the group, and they've never sold something over the internet before. So
That's
they'll
right.
take the knife to the post office, and they'll go to Gladys at the counter, and they'll say, Gladys, I need to mail this knife, and I wrote down the address on this piece of paper. And then Gladys will go, well, and post office employees are they're wired to help you find the cheapest way to send something. So they'll look around and they'll go, well, here's a padded envelope, honey. Just drop it in there.
Yeah.
And then we'll mail it.
Put
It'll
it
be
in the padded
$4.95.
envelope, honey. Just drop it in there. Yeah.
Right. And the paper envelope has got the shredded shit in it. So it's not the good padded envelope. It's the bad
right.
one. It's made out of cardboard. Right.
Mhm.
So they drop the knife in it and then they mail it. What happens is somebody will feel that there's a knife in the package and it gets cut open and some unethical person steals the knife and then the package shows up empty.
That's right.
And I know we're all told that the post office doesn't deliver empty packages, but we see it happen all the time. So in the interest of helping people ship things smarter, we're trying to help them out a little bit. Now, you might take this knife and drop it in a cardboard box, but it'll rattle around. So the solution that people come up with is they say, take the knife and then put it in a zippy and then tape the shit out of it and then tape it to the inside of the box so that you need a welder's mask and an acetylene tank to get it out.
That's right.
That's not great either. But the thing ultimately that comes around most often is people will use a flat rate box like this, and some bastard will pry the end of the box open and then slide the knife out. Yep. So we've seen people in this group with 19,000 members over 6 years. We've seen it happen. People will ship a Spyderco in a flat rate box, and what will happen is someone will open the Spyderco box, take the knife out, close the Spyderco box, put it back in the cardboard box, and then send it on, and the knife's gone. So how do we solve this? Well, the answer is you need to put the box inside a Tyvek envelope, because Brian just said you can't tear the shit.
Nope.
That's a really great solution, and it's honestly better than buying a $6 roll of tape and wasting a whole roll of tape, which just makes me mad because now I got to clean the shit off my knife that I used to cut your box open.
Yep.
You don't have to do it that way. There's an easier way to do it, and that's the Tyvek envelope. They're free.
Yep.
Why
so
not?
you take the knife, put it in that envelope, then take that envelope and put it inside the box, or what? Or put the box inside of the envelope.
I'll put the box inside the envelope.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have another theory about that. Tyvek doesn't stack on anything. It slides right off. It always seeks the lowest spot. I have a theory that you guys have bins for envelopes.
Bins for envelopes?
Yeah. Boxes go over here. Envelopes go over here. Like a bin. It feels like they're sorted different.
Well, the thing is about that. There's we have a big bin. It's I forgot what they call it, but the back of it will open up like It's got like hinge, like little shock, like a hatchback on your car, and it's got those little shock absorber kind of things, But it'll open up, and you take a little like a pin or something sticking in there, so it won't fall back down on your head. But it's huge, it's big, and so we will take packages, mostly priority, first class, ground, whatever, and they all go into that one big bin. We don't separate priorities and stuff like we used to. They all go into even the envelopes will go in the same bin as the cardboard boxes ones. So yeah, they all do that. The only thing that gets separated really is letters. Letters, they got their own little tub. Envelopes that are like business envelopes, like the manila envelopes, they got their own little tub. But as far as like your priorities and your first class packages, anything in cardboard and like the plastic envelope thing, the priority envelope, they all go in one bin. They don't have a separate bin that I know of. So, but then when they get to the processing center, they basically just all get dumped and they go down the conveyor belt and they get, scanned, whatever they do. I don't know what they do, but they get scanned. I know that much when they get to the processing center, because I've had my packages go from, in Jacksonville like 4 different times, and they got scanned every time. So, but yeah.
What I've learned over time is if you put your knife in your just bare knife in a box, it's going to rattle around.
That's right.
It might go missing, and now you have that uncomfortable conversation where you either have to try to collect an insurance claim on a knife that they didn't want to ship in the first place, or you have this like uncomfortable argument where you're like, well, I didn't receive it, so you owe me my money back. And the guy that shipped it is like, well, I didn't steal it.
Right.
So now you got to get the FBI involved, and they're not interested in helping anyone, because that's why would they help? So ultimately, someone's getting screwed, and somehow it always ends up being the seller. So if everybody put 5% more effort into shipping, I think it would solve a lot of these missing package problems, and it would just get better.
Yeah.
So what I want to see from people is I want to see them secure the knife inside the box without using half a roll of tape, and then I want the box to be waterproof in a Tyvek envelope, so they don't need to use another half roll of tape.
Right.
The supplies are free. Just do it. And you're paying for a priority envelope. I think the other problem is some of these dudes don't want to pay for priority shipping. They want to pay first class.
I'm listening.
And that's just a pound foolish.
Yeah. Now, what I've done in the past, and is I hardly ever sell any of my knives. I mean, but when I do, it's like, what is that? I don't normally, what's that dude's name? The one's like, the mystery. I don't even, anyway, he says, I don't normally stay in some, but when I do, I whatever. Anyway,
Sure.
I have done that before. I took the knife and I said, well, I want to make it, to where, if it gets rained on or whatever, I don't want it to get wet. So I took it, this is before I saw y'all's video, and I wrapped it up in the little Ziploc bag, and I taped it on the inside of the box, so it wouldn't rattle around and shit. And then I put paper towels on the inside of it, and those little peanuts, little peanuts, I stuck them in there too. Oh, you got a bag of peanuts.
I usually save all my peanuts from my cutlery shop boxes so I can reuse them. But also, guys, if you take your knife and you drop it in an envelope, and then you roll it up like a little burrito, this actually fits in a flat rate box.
There you go.
It doesn't rattle around, and it doesn't sound like a knife rattling in a box. It just kind of sits there. So
that's cool.
You could go envelope in a box in an envelope. I don't know.
Yeah. Guess what?
About that time.
I gotta go pee again. So how y'all want to do this?
We should probably wrap it up.
I think so.
We've been going for a while.
I feel like that dog on the cartoon had to go outside. He started changing colors. You remember that? He had to go pee and he was changing colors.
I think that was a Tom and Jerry.
I think you're right. Tom and Jerry? Oh my God. Boy, they used to be unpolitically correct, didn't they? Back in the day. Woo!
Do you know the lady that would run around and swat Tom with the broom? She was called was called Mammy Two Socks. That was her name.
That's right. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, but she was like, yeah. I tell you what, I love cartoons, man, especially the old ones like that. So
Brian, you're kind of a cartoon yourself.
I am. Somebody told me I'm like a real life cartoon. That's what they told me.
You're like Foghorn Leghorn's brother.
Yeah. It's like, boy, you got to keep your eye on the ball. Get it, eyeball.
Your
Yeah.
eye on the ball, so to speak. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody,
No,
thanks for
no,
watching.
boy, I'm over
tonight.
there. Well,
Thanks for
remember
watching,
the-
everybody. We're glad
Yeah.
you could be here.
I had a blast, y'all. I really
We're wrapped
appreciate
up.
this, though. I really do. Honestly, love you guys. But this was fun, man. This was really fun. I enjoyed it. Thank y'all for inviting me. Hopefully, I gave somebody some good information. But if I didn't, or if you didn't get any good information, just send me a direct message or something. Say, Brian, you so full of shit. And I'll be like, okay. That's
You know
fine.
what though? We had a very strong viewership for like 2.5 hours. So people stuck around and watched.
Yeah, they probably wanted to see what kind of idiot I really am, and because they watch my videos. They say, "Is he really like that?" I'm thinking, yeah, I am. I mean, I like Yoda, and he's 800 years old. You know, do not. There is no try. So, yeah. Oh yeah.
Brian,
By
you're
the
the
way,
best.
I don't do. Oh, and I don't do drugs. So how about that? I just drink coffee.
It's high on life.
Yeah.
Brian, thank you
High
for
on life.
being here. You're the best.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all have a good evening, and see y'all in the next one, maybe.
You guys have a good night. Stay moist, everybody.
Yeah,
Peace out.
moist. Ooh, I like being moist. I'm moist right now.